I guess my clock is early.
Is it? Did I
Mhm.
start it a minute
No,
early?
mine-
No. It's
Oh my god, you started a minute. It's 7:59. This is embarrassing.
well, the thing said 0 seconds left.
Holy cow.
Must be YouTube then.
No, it's just because it's like there's a 10-second delay or something like that.
Yeah, I saw on my clock that it still said 7:59 on my cell phone, but the thing said 0 up on the
Yeah,
stream.
but the actual stream didn't start until 8. So
Yeah.
so I found out a trick. I didn't know if you knew that. That if we keep saying like the F word within the first 5 minutes of our video, it's not gonna get monetized. So no saying faggot on the stream.
Oh, that word?
For the next. Oh shit! No, fuck is the word. So it's just too many words. I've actually found out that the F word. You know, I've been telling you that the F word is getting less cool because people use it too much.
The mayor of Minneapolis.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Is like people, just normal people, use it too much, and I was kind of hemming and hawing, like I need to stop saying fuck because it's not because it's bad, but because it's just like everybody overuses it and it doesn't mean anything anymore. And then Democratic politicians started using it, and I was like, oh my god, it is seriously uncool now. Like I have to stop saying that word.
Yeah, there's a. Let me see. I might have a clip of somebody making fun of that. Yeah, I do. Here it is. Watch this.
Hey, ICE, get the fuck out of our state. Whoa. Cereal. And you Republicans are sending ICE in to kidnap citizens. That is a damn shame. He really means it. That's right. I said it. And let me be clear. These motherfuckers is crazy.
She really went there. Right?
And the president wants to say that this lady was a domestic terrorist. That is bullshit.
This is the energy we need.
Don't we need action, though?
I mean, well, yeah, but...
Hey, Donald Trump, you really are an asshole.
My word. He's really letting him have to run for president.
And to Donald Trump, I say, what the hell?
Man, they're not holding back. Super cereal.
Did you see? I don't remember who it was. It was another mayor of another city who it didn't blow up very much, but it should have. I need to try to find it, but he was like echoing the words. He basically to echo the words of Mayor Fry. ICE, you stay the F out of our city too.
Oh, that Philadelphia mayor said that.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
You
that's
stay
even
the
worse.
Stay the F out.
F out. It reminds me of going to Wendy's, working at Wendy's in Rexburg when I was in college. There's a bunch of high school kids, and they were all like Mormon and stuff. And I try not to be like too crude around them or whatever. But this one dude, he came in and he was looking pretty down. I was like, Ethan, what's up, buddy? I was like trying to cheer him up and give him crap. He's like, not right now. I'm having a really shizzy day. And I couldn't help. I just belly laughed like right there. I was like, well, F me then, yo. Holy fetch, you must be TO'd.
Where is it? Mayor Frey? I'm trying to find the exact one of that mayor saying "get the F out."
Mayor Frey's the Minneapolis one who said,
"Get the fudge out."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frey said the F word, but the other guy just said,
"We need to do
it." F.
If I was good at TikTok, I would do Mayor Frey being like, "Stay the fudge out," and then have the. But I said it. I didn't say fudge. The F-bomb, the big one. Just have that Christmas story like thing playing over top.
Maybe it wasn't Philadelphia, but yeah, can't find it exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was. It's Pennsylvania for sure. Maybe not Philadelphia, but Philadelphia. F. No, I didn't have it teed up. I was just trying to find it on Twitter real quick.
Did any of you guys feel the earthquake?
No, there was an earthquake
this morning.
No,
I was on the road. I didn't feel it.
Terrifying.
How big was it?
Like a 4.7 based in Evanston, but Apparently, people felt it all over the Wasatch Front and in Idaho.
No, I did not feel it at all. What was the exact time?
7:49 a.m.
Oh, I guess I
That was
wasn't
in
there.
Evanston, and then it takes a couple minutes for it to get to Salt Lake. But
I felt that one in Magna a few years, well, right when COVID hit a few years ago.
yeah, that's the only time I've ever felt. When I was in California, I remember a single little tremor that I experienced, but that one a few years ago in Magna, that's the only one that ever was like, oh, that's an earthquake.
Yeah.
That's what
another-
that feels like.
Another word that I'm worried about being in danger, or at least I would, if it weren't for like lobster crusaders like Scott Brown and a couple other people in there, is the word retard. Because the other day, like Ben Shapiro called someone a retard, and he did, and I was like, oh no, I don't dislike Ben Shapiro, but he's definitely just
He's not
the
on
old-
the
he's-
cool spectrum.
he is the pinnacle of uncool, like nerd. Like
Oh, yeah.
if I found out he was a virgin, I wouldn't be surprised, even though he has kids. Like they probably put him under and extracted the semen from his nads and then turkey basted it into his wife or something like that. He just gives off the most uncool vibes, even when I like him. Not trying to be a dick, but
He definitely has some-
hypothetically speaking, if you were in fact a retard, my dude, he needs to stop saying my dude. My dude was never cool because that was always said by like dumb bread tubers. But when Ben
My
Shapiro
dude.
says it,
That's
it makes,
kind of disappeared, hasn't it? My dude.
yeah, because Ben Shapiro started saying it, and now retard's going to disappear too, except for those couple of R word defenders in the lobsters who still make it cool. He's like holding back all. He's holding. I don't know. I used to complain about the guardians of bad words. The people who said, "Don't say that," but now I love them. I'm like, yeah, keep it, keep going. Facebook, please, never let me say the word faggot as much as you let me say the word retard, because eventually, uncool people start using it, and it just, I gotta find another word.
Yeah. Well, dang, I couldn't find that F one anyway. But no, I agree. If retard gets overused, I mean, they're figuring out how to kill stuff. They never figure out how to actually steer the population when it's also obvious. Don't make stuff cringe, and if you don't like something, make it cringe. Simple as that.
I actually told a lady that, the lady in lobsters who was saying, "Wow, using the R word, huh? I hope someone checked you in real life." I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Hope somebody sits you down and said," and it felt like the guy she was describing was like a dude that would go to a teen who would go to elementary schools in the 90s and sit backwards on his chair and have his frosted tips with his upside down visor and be like, "Hey kids, you know what's not cool? Doing drugs." And it was like she was describing that guy, be like, "Hey man, you need to know that the words you use having a real effect on real people. It can be hurtful, buddy." And I was like, I hope that happens too, because if there's one thing that's very effective on me, it's finger wagging. And she was like, "Well, I don't know you, so I don't know what's effective on you." And I was like, "Here's what's effective on me. You get really lame people to start overusing that word, and I will stop using it now."
Yep. Or get all the old release side ladies from the 80s to start screaming about something, and I'm on the other side of it, no matter what it is. They could have me marching for the SS if there was just a Relief Society church lady going, but I guess that's how stuff goes. Let's see this one.
Here still can't believe a man can transition into a woman even after they saw their son join ICE and transition into a little bitch. A lot of families out here still.
Oh man! Oh!
Who was that?
Oh,
Some
look
guy.
at his name is Stand Up Connolly.
That's just like all of TikTok nowadays. Man.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah, just endless stuff like that. Endless. But
That's just another one of those things where it's like, wait a second, are they evil, literal Nazis that are terrorizing children just for fun, or are they little bitches? Like, kind of can't be both.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But I thought using little bitch is, derogatory to females or something like that.
The thing I
No,
saw,
Trump is both a moron and a Machiavellian genius.
Yeah.
There's a new NPC dialogue that I just noticed today, which is that ICE is kidnapping children to use them as bait.
Yeah, the 5-year-old, which was, did you see what happened in the situation?
Well, I think he's talking about a different
I
one.
see different things, but
The
like
5-year-old one that Chris is thinking of, I'm pretty sure that's the one where they're like, ICE took a 5-year-old into custody.
yeah.
And you
No, like,
zoom
my
out
whole
and you
thing
look
is
at the caption where it just says, he was with his dad that they were taking into custody. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
ICE didn't leave a kid there on the frozen.
Yeah, no,
Minnesota
exactly. Yeah, like
It's even worse than that. The dad ran away and abandoned the kid.
Oh, shit.
He left the kid there.
That's weird. He probably doesn't think they're Nazis then, because Nazis would have clubbed the little Jew boy to death.
Yeah.
He's like, they'll take care of him until I can circle back. But no, I think the one Flip's talking about is that they had it. There was a kid coming home from preschool, and ICE told him to go knock on his family's door so he could go in, and they answered it, and so they were using him as bait, is what they said. And I'm like, another, just more homework. There's so much fucking homework when Trump is president, and it's just what really happened.
Yeah.
But also, and once again, like this whole idea that, like, I mean, because these people are total hatchlings, and so like up until ICE in the last 6 weeks, everybody knows that law enforcement, like, they just kind of come around. They're like the mailman. They're like, "Hi, you're under arrest. Come on, it's time for you to come out here, Mr. Serial rapist, gangster, drug dealer. No, put your gun down. Go ahead. Just leave that on the couch, and you're coming with, okay, you're the police. We're coming." Like,
but you ask them what their problem with ICE is. They're like, well, I'm not against deporting illegal criminals. It's how they're going about. Because anytime you show them the numbers of Trump versus Obama, they're like, oh yeah, I'm not against ICE as a concept. Just how they're doing is like, what do you think they should do? You just like knock on the door.
Yeah.
And they answer like, oh, howdy ho there, neighborhoody. I was just wondering if there's any illegals around these parts I could round up in the paddy wagon and take them on down to Mexico. Catch my drift. Oh, no, we don't have no illegals here. I'll take your word for it, neighborino. Bye-bye now.
Well, this is one of the big scary risks of what ICE could do.
That's common sense. ICE should not be able to storm houses of worship, hospitals, and schools. That's common sense. That relates.
I was just trying to stop saying the word retard.
I also love this whole idea where it's like, because they're like, it's against the Fourth Amendment for them to go into houses. Like, okay, if they have a warrant, it's allowed. If they're pursuing somebody who runs into a house, like, they're actually allowed to go in that house, right? It's like this little idea. It's like, I got home, all y'all oxen free, you can't touch me. It's nuts. Like, no,
we'll get you next time, too, boys.
They can pursue you.
Obviously, I'm referencing there, though, that the only house of worship that got raided this week was raided by Antifa types, well, BLM types more. But
the guy was the ICE guy, right? Because like in the early part, like they were saying,
I thought it was still not. I thought he was not.
I read something today that seemed to indicate that it was that he was the guy.
I watched Crowder, and they seem to say that they confirmed.
Just a local cop.
Yeah, I think they confirmed it was him.
The pastor is an ICE guy?
I think
yeah, he's like the local ICE field office guy.
But still, they can't like raid his congregation.
First Amendment, Don Lemon said so.
He is so bad. Like, he's so bad at this.
I really hope that Don Lemon gets convicted. Like, I know he won't serve jail time, but God, he deserves a felony conviction.
Yeah, that's the long time running thing. It kind of reminds me of just how recently they were all, even libertarians say it, like, over in Gaza, they killed 241 no, they said 241 journalists. Oh. And you're like, those aren't journalists. Like, those, and it's the same thing Lemon's doing there. Is like he's I'm
Yeah, I'm a
I'm
journalist.
I'm the guy who's the designated journalist in here, so you're not allowed to do anything to us.
Well, he
Why?
acts like he
Yeah.
just so happened to be there, but then the fucking idiot recorded like the things leading up to it, where he's like in their caravan. And he's like,
yeah.
"Here, guys, I can't tell you what we're gonna do. This is the organizer right here. Here is her full name. She's a personal friend of mine. We're
Yeah.
gonna go to a place I'm not gonna tell you and do a thing I'm not gonna tell you because it might mess it up. But you'll be real excited when you see it."
Did you see?
Like, I didn't know they were gonna go into church.
They
Nate
do
the
all the
lawyer.
things declaring I'm the journalist, and then the other one's declaring I'm the medical guy. Like, what's your medical background? Like, I've put a Band-Aid on before. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Nate the lawyer video was great.
Yeah, no,
What is
yeah,
it?
like because he talks about like they're being cloned, the Klan Act, like they're being prosecuted, or they should be prosecuted under a 150-year-old law that was literally created to stop the Klan from harassing black people at home
Oh
and in
yeah.
church.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And like, and he went through like it has 4 elements, and it's like he basically just shows Don Lemon's own voice providing him with all of the elements.
Well, and the funny part is that the loudest dude, and this dude should be arrested for how fucking annoying his voice is anyway. But he's over there like shrieking at an Asian kid. Yeah, this guy. He's like if TJ Miller and Sam Hyde had a baby.
He hangs out with Christy Nome. How is that a Christian? You're supposed to accept all immigrants, are you not? Why are you
What
not
kind
going
of
down the
Christian
Whipple and
hangs
joining
out
us
with
in
bad
protest
people?
against this?
What did Jesus ever say about tax collectors and prostitutes?
You guys
I
live
get to
happy
look at- I don't
lives.
know.
I'm gonna tell you what a Christian is.
I mean that whole entire race. I mean, it's just goofy that they think it's okay. I mean, I guess there's that FACE Act that was used. They're the ones that concocted it for ways that you can't like block off abortion facilities. Have you heard about all that one?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the other.
Well, and that was like that was people protesting, like praying calmly outside of the abortion clinic, not on the property of the clinic.
Right. It just reminded me of something that I think it was in Lobsters. There was that post about abortion, and somebody, I should find the exact one, but some feminist was like, "Can someone explain to me the advantage to letting a baby be born rather than well, the advantage
Somebody
is
asked
the
that?
baby is born and not killed." Like,
Tell me
I
the
mean-
advantage to chemotherapy.
What
Tell me one. Name one.
What
see if I
studies
can
do you
find
have
it.
that say that born is better than not born?
yeah, but it really was that kind of thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, what advantage is gained from insisting the babies are born instead of killed? To which I replied, the advantage to the baby is that it's born and not killed. That's the advantage. That something lives and doesn't die. Like,
Some might call it the ultimate advantage. Like if you could have that advantage and no other in life, you'd probably choose it.
yeah.
That was either Jana or Bonnie, wasn't it?
I don't want to. There's 3 of those handfuls of idiots. But fucking Scott Brown. I don't know why. That guy is.
He is the embodiment of that tweet, the viral tweet from months back, where it was arguing with the leftist is just like talking to somebody who pretends not to understand something we all understand.
Oh yeah, no, and like, I mean, like the thing I've been saying to him for ages is like, talking to you is exactly like arguing with a Christian apologist. You know?
Oh, and then he probably goes, if you're gonna attack me, then go for it. But let's just make it all about me. And then he'll try to call you a snowflake and say you're triggered. I'm like, that doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. Like you're trying to get me triggered. This is a lazy waste of time. Nothing you says has any substance. I fluctuate between thinking you are legitimately brain dead and thinking that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I think
Retarded
he's
or asshole. Like
I think
one is
asshole
it?
midwit.
Yeah, no, I think he starts out as midwit and then just reverts to asshole when he's cornered.
Yeah, I got into it with him about Venezuela a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh gosh."
Oh, we were talking about abortion just today and
Yeah.
yesterday, both of, and he just like, it's
Well, the thing, he does the thing all the time where like he will come in dead fucking serious, and then as you pick him apart and embarrass him, he switches to like, why are you so obsessed with me? Like that's what he
Yeah,
did to
I
me
know.
today. It's like, what? Why are you talking about me? I'm like, no, I'm talking to you, you stupid asshole.
He says that to everybody. Everybody's telling you that you're insufferable. Maybe it means something, but he always does the argument anytime an abortion thing comes up. I made a snarky comment. He responded to me with, "Oh, I wonder which side of the aisle routinely votes to cut funding to programs that benefit women and children." And I'm like, I ignore the fact that we've defrauded billions out of those worthless fucking programs, and just go like,
You're talking about programs that should be dead for like 20 years
Yeah.
because it's like what we already knew it and sensed it all along, but like we just have more and more proof that almost nothing. Just earlier today, I was
Yeah.
imagining what would this world be like if it just really did. Like,
Yeah.
maybe we would all be kind of like, well, there's a whole lot to this this lefty side of stuff. If they really had been funneling that stuff into trying to make the world better instead of
Well,
just
like
hoisting it.
I keep triggering people lately with every time there's a story about funding the Affordable Care Act or this for the Affordable Care Act or we need this for the Affordable Care Act. I'm like, no, the healthcare is affordable now. Obama made it affordable. It's in the name. It's the Affordable Care Act. It's fixed.
Like 10
What do you
plus
mean
years,
it's not
man.
affordable? Like, how can it not be affordable if Obama made it affordable?
and plus now you actually can keep your doctor because it's been 15 years and you don't even that old doctor's probably retired anyway, so you can keep your current doctor.
This is so because that thing is like just because you sprang my memory about this, because the whole thing about like evil, expensive, free market American medicine versus glorious free UK universal healthcare. So I found this out a while ago. When my son was in high school, his mom put him on the waiting list to see a psychiatrist about getting an autism diagnosis. How long do you think he was on that list for before he saw a psychiatrist?
I bet he didn't see a psychiatrist.
2.5 years.
5 years.
Holy shit.
He was done and out of high school before he actually got to see a psychiatrist.
I seriously want to do it. You know how we kind of constantly talk about what if we could run like Sim World and see what the world was like if the neocons hadn't done those Middle Eastern wars? Because I don't know that it would be better.
That's what we are. That's what we are right now. We're one of the sim worlds.
But what if we could like run Sim Church and let Bill Real and RFM run it and see if they do it better or keep it alive somehow, are able to manage the money better. But what I want to run Sim, all of the money, all of the taxes are exactly how they've been, but not defrauded. Like, what kind of utopia would we be in right now?
Wow, yeah.
Like just exactly what we've been taxed,
like zero,
but not defrauded.
So if you just take the daycare thing as an example, they didn't defraud a single dime. That would mean that any budget surplus they would turn back over to the state, and they would have a lower budget the next year because we don't need that, and there would be a budget surplus.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need what they gave you to do what you were gonna do.
Yeah, no, like, cause I told him, like, because I think my son told me when I was there just a few weeks ago, he said, like, oh, I want to talk to a psychiatrist about an ADHD diagnosis, so I went on the list, and they said that average wait time is 7 years, and I'm like,
oh my gosh,
if you were in America for $150, I could get you in to see somebody next week.
I know.
Like,
do they do the same thing Canada does? Where you'd be like, I'm getting migraines.
They will give you the diagnosis whether you have it or not. Like,
you get
the diagnosis.
And do they do the thing in Canada where you're like, dude, I have kind of a migraine and I get them a lot lately, and they say, well, my shift ends soon. Have you considered killing yourself? We
I don't think they're there yet.
That's I know that they aren't.
Well, I don't know because it's probably against Islam, so they can't do it.
Well, in the Netherlands, didn't they have that girl just 2 years ago who they euthanized for nothing other than mental health issues, and she was like 15?
Oh yeah, something like that.
I think it was the Netherlands or Norway.
I've heard a few stories like this.
I was watching this podcast with this lady. She was talking to this commie guy, and it was the same one you might have seen going around lately, where she asked him where where communism had worked, and he was like, Cuba worked. Cuba was the best. You might have seen it because it kind of went viral. But she also asked him, like, what if we just didn't have all this stuff in our system? Like, she brought up some amount of money that was paid for hair removal for inmates or something like that. It's a major amount of money. And she said, should that be there? He goes, yes, I definitely think it should be there. And like, what if our commies were just like, no, we want the stuff here. We want it for eggs, milk, bread, meat, and we want it for medical health stuff that is necessary. Colds, flus, cancers, that you know, just the legit stuff. Like everything that they ever pushed for wasn't horseshit. And you just be like, my God, like I wonder how much harder it would be if we had been in a world with high integrity commies. You know what I mean? Like all you guys were ever pushing for was hardcore, no defrauding, and really for the things that you're pushing for. Like, man, we can't even imagine of a world where it's tempting to believe along your lines because, you know.
Well, sure, but it's kind of like what we say whenever ex-Mormons try to own the Mormons by pointing out like, oh, this bishop diddled a kid or whatever. And we're always like, yeah, you get an organization, any organization big enough, you get some kid diddlers in there. Yeah. And that sucks. It's a bummer. Teachers have a little bit disproportionate amount, but you know.
Somebody should really ought to do the math of like, how many people do you have to get before it becomes a statistical lock that you will have some sexual, can't think of the word, scandal.
Yeah.
Well, if you go like business organizations, it's not more than a couple hundred.
Well, but the point is there's sort of a similar rule with anything even communistic in nature, right? Because I like that Nassim Taleb thing where it's like, with my wife, I am communist. With my family, I am socialist. With my friends, I am democratic socialist, which is a bullshit term, but whatever. With my community, you just get less and less socialist as there's more and more people. Yeah. And I think that's the best way, like, to run a band. It's just fuck it. We all get paid the same. I don't care that you're the lead singer. I don't care that you're the rhythm guitarist and you're the backup. So we all get paid the same. Nobody gets mad. Nobody gets shortchanged. We all have say in what goes on.
I still think it's kind of amazing whenever I think about it that Alex Lifeson is the weakest link in that band.
I know, isn't that nuts?
And he's one of the best guitarists ever.
For the longest time, he was the only member of the band I didn't know the name of.
But yeah, just so crazy to think about that. Like he's like on the top of a lot of people's lists, and like, yeah, he's probably the least talented person of the band of uber talents.
But the only reason he's the least talented is because Neil Peart plays like 8 drum sets. Geddy Lee plays the keyboard with his foot while doing insane bass lines while singing like it's nothing. And Alex Lifeson doesn't sing. He just plays a normal guitar just as well as Geddy Lee plays bass. So
yeah.
Put a chicken in, make it lame and gay. Anyway, when's the last time you have been yelled at by a religious preacher type like this? Where's the volume on that?
Comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino.
He needs to go next door, and I'm sure he goes next door and goes to the mosque and says, "What are you doing here? You have brown brothers and sisters. You're just living a comfortable life."
No.
Right? He probably does that when he goes
Children
to the mosque,
being
right?
dragged into concentration camps. Right? Like, how is it there's nobody on the left going like, okay, hang on, that's not exactly correct. Maybe we should temper what we're saying here before somebody calls us on our bullshit. Like, obviously, that'll never, ever, ever happen.
Let's go like for a real one-to-one in your lives. Like, have you been anywhere near somebody religiously yelling at you like that? I mean,
no,
a little close. Like, it's been a long life, and stuff was a little bit different, maybe in the 80s and stuff. I mean, I got a little bit of some steam in her head, Relief Society ladies. But no, never that, you know, and we've seen just that endlessly for the past.
Oh, wait, no, feminist. My own sister. No, I remember.
As a religious person?
Well, feminism is a religion.
No. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
at church.
From the true church side before we saw that this is where all the preaching got good. So the preachers went there.
I don't think I ever did. I had some stern talking tos, but like Mormons aren't usually the shriek type people. At least not recently.
Maybe if we were in the South or something, we might have been screeched at like that. Get Satan out of your life. Get Satan out of your body. Something like that. I don't know. I would not have been able to hold myself. I would have punched this dude.
No, that's what I think the whole time. I'm like, no, you can punch him.
I would have punched this dude.
Well, because and the Don Lemon thing was so fucking dumb. He's standing there with this crazy homeless looking dude and a bunch of like an army of people like him just shrieking at some children, and some of which were minorities, by the way. Like, you don't actually care about that. You're just as individualistic as I am. You're just also ideological. And he's just saying, they're here practicing their First Amendment rights. Like, you're right, Don Lemon. The other day, I ran into my local Mormon church screeching that Joseph Smith was a pedophile and that you should all go to hell for supporting him. And I was asked to leave, and I didn't leave, and they kicked me out, a violation of my First Amendment right to be a massive cunt on private property and not leave when asked to leave.
Yeah, I guess I could have marched into Sam from Zelf on the Shelf's tarot card reading and started demanding to her that it's like, don't you know there's Iranians being stabbed right now? There's Iranians being stabbed right now. Stop your tarot card reading right now. There's Iranians being stabbed.
Oh, come on. That's an exaggeration. They're not. It's you trust the number. Like, I could understand. Okay, if you get me some numbers on how many Iranians are being slaughtered by the government from the health ministry of Gaza, I will trust them. But until then,
so the Gaza stuff, I'm sure. What can we trust those numbers? Like, honestly, like
nothing.
I don't. It's like the only source for the numbers. But it's also, of course, they're gonna lie.
I'm super online, right? You guys know I'm online. You guys are online. That's why we're all online together, right?
Yeah,
I'm way online. I'm on Twitter, right? I didn't see shit for Gaza stuff. Like, I saw a couple different things that were supposedly pretty bad visions of people getting killed or murdered or something like that. A couple of them showed that the same guy was in each video, and so it made it suspect. And you're like, why is the same guy in each one of these videos?
Well, I don't remember where it was.
Being super online, how come I didn't? Everybody says we got to see a genocide in 4K, and I'm like, how come I didn't? I'm not on Twitter. I didn't see it.
I mean, there was some sad stuff that we saw.
This is what George Orwell was talking about.
You hear because you get one side, and I didn't ever see their. So you get Dave Smith screaming like it was 40,000. They slaughtered 40,000 people, mostly women and children who were defenseless on purpose because they hate Muslim women and children. Actually, it was 60,000. No, we're up to 80,000. And then you get Ben Shapiro. And I asked Dave Smith, I'm like, how do you know that? Like, the Gaza Ministry of Health, you don't think they're smart enough to lie about this PR war thing? And then you get Ben Shapiro saying, well, actually, if you look at the population of Gaza, it has increased since the wait, you're doing a census? Like, in the middle of this shit, you think they're doing a census? Like, all right, everybody, I know there's bombs dropping. We need to get a head count, see if we have the same amount of people. I don't trust anyone on this.
It's weird to find out in real time, especially with the Iran thing and this other thing. You just really cannot trust anything in the middle of the fog of war at all.
Well, with the Israel Gaza thing, as like avowed racist, what we got to do is go with the least brown people. So obviously we got to stick with Israel. They're a little less brown, I think, right? They're less.
I mean,
brown.
we see like every single case of an ICE thing. The left comes out screaming it's one thing, and then you have to research it and look at it and see that it's another thing. And every single time you're with an open line, like maybe this one really is the bad thing.
Yeah.
And,
no, I saw.
At this point, I don't even think that
it was. But
at this point, I just type. I wonder what the real story is.
Some guy, I think an English guy, who they did independent research on the Gaza claims, and one thing they talked about a whole bunch of things they do, but one of them is that they'll see the same name pop up on the list multiple times, or they'll see them change an 18-year-old to a 17-year-old to say it's a child. Or then the other super classic thing is, they'll say, oh, the Israelis slaughtered, a Palestinian child. And then you hear it from the IDF. It's like, well, yeah, it was a 14-year-old pointing an AK-47 at us. you know. And so, like, yes, technically, a 14-year-old is a child, and Hamas is not technically a military. They are all civilians. So, like, yes, technically, if you kill a Hamas militant, they are civilians, but
Well,
that's
it's
not
also
exactly the point because
you-
they're fucking
you also
terrorists.
you also have to understand the tactics that extremist Muslims use. I talked to my friend's dad was in Iraq, and it fucked him up. Some of the things that he saw, where like they had to, like he damn near broke into tears telling us about like the. I mean, they would strap bomb vests to kids and then have the kids kick a soccer ball in the road in the middle, like as an American, like vehicle was passing by, so that they would stop because they didn't want to hit the kids, and then the kid would run up to the thing and they detonate the vest and blow him up. And so their instruction was to try not to hit the kid, but if they had to, just keep going, and that would just fucking wreck you. And Israel, for its faults, is a Western nation, and they don't want to kill kids. And I sound naive to all the Dave
Well, I'm
Smith
more than sure
guys.
that once or twice some IDF soldiers gotten nutty,
Oh,
like all
yeah,
soldiers
undoubtedly.
get nutty, you know. But just like we had some get nutty in Vietnam or whatever. I mean, that's what happens. Soldiers get nutty, man. I don't know.
We tortured some folks.
You could just imagine it. You could imagine, just say that you're in this church and these idiots came in and they killed like 5 of your guys, you know, screaming and yelling like that. And then you're still on a combatant on that side, and it's a year down the road, and now your brain's in a way different place. You know what I mean? It gets really hard for you in any sort of situation to not just go ballistic, you know.
I think it was 1980, but like it's possibly the most egregious example of an Israeli going full terrorist asshole. And it was, I think it was 1980, where an Israeli American doctor, what was his name, Baruch Goldstein, something like that. But he went. I know you just say a Jewish name. It's already funny. I gotta find it. But anyway,
Shmuley Steinberg.
That's what gets us canceled finally, is Flip saying a real name. He gets our stream taken down.
But
Judenheimer.
He went in to the Ibrahim al Makdama Mosque. There it is. I found it. What was his name? Oh no, this is a different one. But yeah, the guy went in there with like grenades and a gun while the Muslims are having prayer, and it's the Mosque of Abraham in Jerusalem. And then like the Muslims just at church that day, they beat him to death, I think with fire extinguishers. But you know, anyway, like that was a case of like the guy just full on like, I'm sick of these guys, I'm gonna go nuts. But again, that was like 1980.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that because that's anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Now it's bugging me that I can't remember the name of this guy.
Anyway, I mean, I've already seen some murderous stuff in the Iran place that showed actual murder or anything like that. And I've seen actual murder stuff in Ukraine and Russia. I've seen actual murder stuff. I did not see a ton of Gaza. I have seen some people after the fact. I've seen like Tucker had the thing with like the little kids with some arms blown off and stuff. Oh, like way after the fact. But so it's like, it's not like it's zero, but everybody keeps saying this, like everybody just watched a genocide in 4K. I'm like, I don't think he did. I don't think anybody really did see that much. You know what I mean?
Well, the stuff you saw was just fucking awful. But I don't think we've seen war before. And it's actually pretty crazy the way that they can look at the things that happen to the Gazans versus the way they can look at things that happen to Russian and North Korean soldiers. Because I've seen some Reddit groups where they'll post like actual war footage. And
yeah, I've seen a bunch.
It's just like fucking tragic the way that like anytime there's a Russian, like there's this one
running
where
from
a
a
Russian,
drone.
yeah, he runs from a drone, he gets his legs blown off, he gets his arm blown off, and he's like just suffering. You can see his intestines coming out, and he finally just takes his gun and shoots himself in the head. And these like bloodlusted Redditors are like applauding it, like, yeah, fuck off, Ruski. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that dude didn't want to be there, more than likely. Like, and he died in pain. Like, how are you? War is hell, and we all know that as sort of a phrase, like a platitude or something like that. But when you see it like that, it's first off, I'm sure it's nothing even
Holy
remotely
shit.
close to experiencing it.
It was Baruch Goldstein. I actually got it right. It was 1994, though. It wasn't 1980. It was 1994, and it was the Cave of the Patriarchs. But yeah, Baruch Goldstein. Why is that funny?
It's funny because I'm picturing Mort from Family Guy, like, I'm gonna take you out, Goyim.
No, if you look at him, he is that guy. Yeah,
Bummer.
Let me share it just so.
Wanted him to be a nerd.
No, he's as Jewy as a Jew can Jew.
I'm gonna shoot you, but I don't want to get any joints on my hand.
Jews
I'm sharing the image of him.
Jews need to step up their religious garb game because, like, they have the nerdiest shit. The Orthodox Jews and the regular, like, Ben Shapiro, or he's Orthodox. It's the whatever.
Did you put it up.
Trying.
Oh, sorry.
Like, people make fun of Mormons for having magic underwear. Oh, yeah, he looks.
Yeah, no, like he could be on a Nazi poster.
He's probably ripped
off.
Or
he could be just asking you for your royalties to your R&B song.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, that's a nice song you got there. Have you even sent it in to get?
We're gonna make twist, I promise.
You don't have a copyright on that?
Did I ever show you? Did you ever watch the show Recess? It's probably after your time a little bit. It was a Saturday morning cartoon, a Disney one that I really liked. It's just elementary kids. We lost Flip. I'm sure he's coming back on, but they had this character. His name was Randall J. Weems, and like he was the one that would sit there and like he had a notebook he would write things on, and he would tell the Miss Finster the duty, like all the bad shit that the main characters were doing, and he was always hunched over like this, and he had a long nose, and he was doing like the happy merchant, and somebody figured out that like his name Randall J. Weems is an anagram for a small Jew. Like you gotta think that whoever created him slipped it under the, no pun intended, the nose of like the Jewish producer or something like that.
Did you see the stuff? That Miss Rachel got nominated for Anti-Semite of the Year. She's just like a little kids program YouTuber or something like that. She's been doing YouTube things with Mom Donnie.
Yeah, she cringe as hell, but the ACLU, not the ACLU, the Jewish
ADL.
Yeah, the ADL needs to just fucking stop.
Well, she's in trouble because yesterday she clicked like on some of her comments, and the comments were saying things like, "We need to get America out of this Jew control" and all this sorts of stuff. And people spread around that she'd done that stuff, and so these guys made this song about it with their. That's.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
You're a socialist and you know it, say everything's free, everything's free. If you're socialist and you know it, say everything's free. You're a socialist and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're a socialist and you know it, give your money to Mom Donnie. If you're a jihadi, I want the bus to say kaboom, kaboom. Kaboom. You're a jihadi and you know it, don't be afraid to blow up. You're a jihadi and you know it, say kaboom. You accidentally liked the post on social media last night saying "Free America from the Jews." Say, "Oh no!" You accidentally liked the post on social media last night saying "Free America from the Jews." Say, "Oh no!" Maybe, we're not sure. If you accidentally liked the post on social media last night saying "Free America from the Jews," it's probably kind of irresponsible because you have a really large platform and you should be more careful about what you say on social media because there's like a lot of people listening, and I get that you probably don't actually hate Jews, but like not a very good look. Just because you're a pretty influential figure in the body, those are things that people are scrutinizing you for. So,
send regards to my friend Motaz, Hamas journalist.
love him. If you sadly like to post on social media last night saying America from the Jews, say, oh no. Good job, boys and girls.
Hey, how come those small dick racist inbred gun owners whom I constantly demonize and lie about aren't lining up to die while saving me and my friends from the same cops we tried to send to disarm them? I guess it never was about tyranny, huh?
Hey, we got a new person. It says, "What has the algorithm led me into?" Hello, these NPR Tiny Desk concerts are getting out of hand.
Well, hopefully you're Mormon. Maybe that's why the algorithm.
Yeah,
brought you
look
here.
at us. We were nominated as one of the best ex-Mormon podcasts.
Oh yeah,
We really fucked up by not getting Steve's comic book submitted to
Yeah,
this
we should have
crap.
gotten Steve's
I
comic book on
know.
it.
Yeah, if you're, I don't know if you're Mormon, dude. If you are, you'll be a little mad at us maybe 15-20% of the time. If you're ex-Mormon, you'll be mad at us the rest of the time.
Yeah.
So,
The Mormons wish we wouldn't swear or make dick jokes. The ex-Mormons wish we would just die.
Yeah. Here, is that showing the Chilling Adventure on there?
Yep.
There's Jonathan made a whole
He turned it into a proper webcomic.
webcomic for the Chilling Adventure where you can, and you looked up to see if what's his name, Dick Dilly.
Yeah, I couldn't believe there's another Dick Dilly, a completely different guy, born 20 years later, who was also arrested for doing evil things with children.
I would be surprised if anybody named Dick Dilly did not end up a child molester.
Yeah, you're kind of asking for it if you name your kid Dick Dilly.
Your Dick Dilly looked a lot like this Dick Dilly, though.
Starbase asked this Chad guy how much he knows about. I don't know if he meant to say Mormons, but he said morons. That was probably on purpose. And he said, "I think religions are as silly as NFTs." I'm like, yeah,
they're worth as much.
Are you kidding me? The Mormon church is worth like what is it? What are we up to now? Like $600 gazillion or whatever, 6 or 7 gazillion.
Yeah, no, they're worth more than the Catholic churches apparently in the United States. Like worldwide, no way.
Yeah, the Catholic Church owns a city, so
yeah, no, like they've got like actual,
Well, yeah, the Mormon church is liquid.
Gold.
They're liquid worth more, aren't they?
Well, I mean, it's real estate.
I don't know.
Although apparently, like, this is the thing is that, like, generally, I mean, it is a church thing, particularly a cult thing. Like, they talk about how I've been following XJW stuff, and they're saying, like, the JW church, the Watchtower, they're basically a real estate company now. And, like, that's what Scientology is, a real estate company now. Like, that's how they're building all their wealth. Because like the donations are dropping off, to almost nothing. But that's how that's like, if you're a religion, apparently that's the way to stay solvent is real estate, land, buildings.
That's funny that Steve nominated us for us, but that was nice of RFM and Bill to even include us on the people nominated.
Who won?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably Alyssa Grenfell, if I had to guess.
Just for the numbers.
Probably, I don't know.
That's a dumb way to do that.
I don't know if it's the number. It's how many people voted for the thing.
Yeah, you just
wait. Let's go back to that real quick. Let's do our own. So
our rankings.
Well, ranking by dumbest.
You want to know what I used to like?
Cults to Consciousness is.
I liked Mr. Deity back in the day.
Yeah, well, no, he was like that was all the way back in the golden age of.
You didn't even know he's Mormon for like a couple years.
Yeah.
Is Cults to Consciousness dumber than Zelf?
No. The name, just the name is.
Oh, the name.
You're going off of name. What's the best name?
Yeah,
the dumbest
okay.
name. Well, it's also like no nonsense spirituality is up there with Cults to Consciousness.
Yeah, you're right. Cults to Consciousness is the dumbest name on there. I am partial to Data over Dogma being the dumbest, but I have a bias against that.
I don't know. I think Alyssa Grenfell is pretty stupid.
The name of her show is just her name, but
Zelf on what's the best? Zelf on the Shelf's a good name.
Zelf's on the Shelf is probably the best one. It's a good name.
Nemo the Mormon is not a bad name.
It's neutral.
Dad over Dogma. That's Dan McClellan.
That's alliteration, and I can't judge on how dumb that is because I am so biased.
Yeah, I might put that one on the bottom because it's full of shit. It's the opposite.
No, that's the thing. It's full of shit. But if it wasn't full of shit, it might be an okay name. I wouldn't say Data over Dogma. I don't know. It does have alliteration.
I only even learned that something called Mormon Civil War existed at this very moment. I have never even heard of that.
Yeah,
I think a couple of them are pretty low followed like us. Mormon with those normed as well.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Somebody included them on there for the
generally unquotable. That would have been funny like 10 years ago when the millennials were in charge.
Yeah, I follow her stuff. She does kind of daily newscast stuff, and then Divas rips it all to do his newscast.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Divas didn't even make the list. Like, I
didn't even nominate himself.
If that's what RFM and Bill Real, they probably put us on there just to flip the bird at Divas. Which I am
Divas, we got on there. You didn't get on there.
I will take that. That's
if that's what it was, we salute you.
Mormon News Roundup isn't a bad name, but Divas is one of the dumbest names you could have possibly picked because English-speaking people will obviously pronounce it Dives, and you get mad every time they do.
I think that's his long time. I think he's had that nickname since he was before this. I don't know where it came from, but or if he just decided to choose it out of something. But speaking of Divas,
oh boy,
did you guys watch his creep show?
So
his Jasmine Rapalai thing,
and I couldn't.
She's fantastic. I knew she'd be a star. She could be great. She could be a major star. She is a star, George. The biggest star in the universe right now as we speak. Those who love the set, the director's got all kinds of things. The director's hot. He's hip. He's here. He's going to be doing all kinds of things. He's going to change the color of the set. He's going to get a great idea for a blue.
Don't change anything, George. I want to meet her.
I don't. What is?
I'll explain it to you what it is. It's a Diva's trying to make a joke, and then he's using AI. His AI used to be like pretty decent,
is this
but he's
supposed to
using.
be?
You saw Divas in there, right?
Yeah, but I mean, is he supposed to be making fun of her?
You know
or
who she is.
He gooning on her?
That looks like he's gooning on her. He's made
gooning.
jokes before that he thinks that she's a what's the song from Sons of Provo? There's a song from Sons of Provo that she's a sweet spirit, which is making fun of somebody's not attractive, so they're a sweet spirit. And he's made like whole videos of her just calling her a sweet spirit. So this is the Mormon apologist gal, and he's just put her face all over the AI stuff of like him checking her out and that sort of stuff. And
I try not to be mean to her. I haven't watched a whole lot of her, but like the first thing I ever saw of her was when she said that the skins of darkness referred to in the Book of Mormon the clothes they were wearing instead of like no. Okay, but no.
Jonathan, who does the AI stuff, we brought up here before, but he caught hell because he made AI versions of all these different male influencers in the ex-Mormon world, and everybody said, "Where's the women?" And he said, "I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole." And Divas is just grabs his pole vault and just pole vaults right into it there and puts the Mormon girl in his video of him checking her out.
Don't understand his mind.
I didn't even realize I'm going to get in trouble for playing Madonna's song on here.
We might. If Divas doesn't copyright strike us for playing his short again.
Ironically.
Oh, yeah, I forget about that. Which one's going to take this? For YouTube or Divas? Divas. Yeah.
Divas, I'm generally not petty, right? But like if you copyright strike us again, I'm going to go copyright strike your shit where you steal 3 hours worth of other people's content and just play them. No commentary, just as an anthology. Fuck off. Chad's digging the show. Way to be. I don't know how you found your way here, buddy, but welcome to the weird, fucked up corner of ex-Mormon world, I guess.
Well, speaking of Mormon stuff, this might be as good time as any. You'll see if chat, but tell me if you can. This video is just a random YouTube video, and it doesn't say anybody on it is Mormon, but I want you to watch it and tell me how you just know it's Mormon. Because it made me like stop and think for days. And there's all sorts of people in the comments explaining why it's Mormon. I'm like, it actually can go quite a while about why this is Mormon or not Mormon. Hold on, I'm almost there. Where is it? Here it is.
You think
Mom cooks cocky son in a dress.
you got her? Think you
That
got her?
backyard is Mormon. She's Mormon.
No, I got her.
So people in the thing say
In
Minnesota.
an underground trampoline? Is that what you're saying?
It's Minnesota Viking. I'm saying that it just goes and goes. If you really think about it.
Here we go. Ready. Blue, red China. Ready.
That hair is Mormon.
That's what I was thinking.
There's more. There's more.
I say right foot creep, walking with that heater. Look around, stay low, make sure they don't see you. Catch them bad, walk down, face them with the heater. The devil under your feet.
Cringy TikTok dance. Yeah.
Cringy TikTok dance, and
that's got her.
It's too old for a
Nobody.
swing set, but there's still a swing set in the yard. Like this is all
Kids
Mormon.
told for a swing set. Minnesota, like they're like, it's Minnesota Vikings. That's Minnesota. I'm like, no, dude, nobody. We pick and choose our random teams out here.
Yeah, we don't have a team in Utah, so
but
it's everywhere.
Look at that. Look at that skyline back there. Look at that smog.
Yeah,
that is not. That is not anywhere but Salt Lake.
That is a sandy.
Mormon smog.
That is a
But then-
sandy backyard.
Think you got her locked?
Look at her. She's in like a trad dress, but you can tell she's got a $200 haircut, $100 makeup, whitened teeth, and a fake tan. Like
Yeah.
what world dresses Amish? But it's like Amish on the streets, but you know, Real Housewives of Salt Lake on the streets, you know, type deal. You can just see. And then beyond that, if I just add to, well, there's the kids, there's the obvious yard, the huge, the Mormon yard there in the backyard, and the trampoline built into the ground. But the fact that she knows like a TikTok dance and a Mormon's like a trad dress doing a slop TikTok touchdown dance, that's only Mormon. Like there's nobody trad dress doing a slop football Sunday TikTok day.
Yeah,
A
also like
Sunday
it's
football
evening,
Minnesota.
so like it's like they didn't just get off of church, and they wouldn't be doing this on the Sabbath anyway. So this was some midweek church event that she got dressed up for.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's probably like Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
Or that's pretty unusual.
Yeah. And she's got like the big long trad shoulders and all that sorts of stuff. And yeah, it's nobody's that trad and that worldly slop is more like we're the exact mixture of trad and right average Hollywood slop, you know.
Yeah. So actually, did I tell you I started? Have you ever watched 60 Days In?
What's that?
It's the show. It's been going on for like 10 years, where they they get volunteers to go into a prison for 60 days as an inmate and like get information. It's kind of an interesting show, you know, but I had never watched it. I had heard of it before, and a new season came out, and I clicked on it. I was like, I'll try it. And so I just watched the first episode of the newest season, and immediately I see these snowy mountains. Like, is that fucking Utah? And then sure enough, it's the Utah County prison or jail or whatever that like that they're going in. And so it's kind of funny. Like the sheriff, the warden, all of them are Mormon. It's kind of fun.
Maybe.
Starbase has been to that jail. What did you do?
Been in that jail?
Yeah, he's been in that jail. He served time.
Let's see here.
Chad said, I'm down to be a trad wife. Is Chad a girl? Tread husbands
That
get
doesn't-
excited to go to Costco. I don't know. I'm a tread husband. I still don't
That
like going
doesn't
to
even know that the world's largest Costco is in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Tread husbands get excited to lay off 23 remote workers. Fuck yes. I would love to do that.
Oh boy, what's this?
It's tarot card reading.
So Nemo, because I did not have the patience to even.
I
begin
can.
to look
It's terrible. It's a terrible live stream. They just
I didn't
it took
even-
them 20 minutes to even start talking.
I didn't even click on it.
But I mean, what did they even? Did they bullshit even
Yeah,
more than
red or tarot.
On this gross win today. I then had to pick up 3 different dog foos while also
Oh my gosh. Maybe I can't even
pick
click
up
it.
3 different dog foods?
Poos.
Oh fuck.
Oh, dog poos.
This is like when you get a girlfriend in high school. And I always had this rule with a girlfriend in high school because they would always want to talk on the phone for too long. And I was like, we like hung out most of the day at school together. And then we did track practice together and we hung out for like an hour after that. And now I'm at home and you want to call me. We don't have anything else to say. First off, we're 15. We don't have anything interesting to say as it is. But now you want to talk for 2 more hours? I don't know what to say to you. And you, by the way, have even less interesting to say than I do. And then my rule was as soon as she started explaining to me what her cat was doing, I'm hanging up. My mom needs me. Bye. My cat is like gnawing at my finger. Ah, fuck. Okay. My mom's yelling at me. Family home evening or some shit. But it's Tuesday.
Is she unironically into tarot?
Yeah, and she's reading his tarot, and I just realized,
Like,
I was
but
looking
not
at
even
it,
as like,
too,
oh, this is just a fun little game.
because
It's
they
not
can't even
real.
stay on topic. No, she reads the tarot for the different people all the time on the thing, and
But
says
like,
they're just archetypes for your feelings and your energies.
but because I thought that she was like one of those, super clever science ex-Mormons. But I
A
guess
lot of
not.
people say that.
They are at the same time, man.
Trad husbands have to be told to volunteer less for Cub Scout events. Trad
Dick
husbands
Dilly for
look at
sure.
boards at Home Depot to find the perfect one. Chad's got some good trad husband jokes here.
Try to keep Dick Dilly away from Cub Scouts.
The layoff 23 remote workers, that was my favorite one so far. Mostly because that out of all those things that you just named, that would be the thing that I want to do the most.
Yeah.
Or just tell them to come back to the office. One of those 2 things. I would love to do one of those 2 things.
Well, all right. Should we keep taking on stuff, or do we want to talk about? Oh goodness,
I gotta be lame and bail soon.
no.
Good stuff. I know. I'm pretty gay.
You want to talk about?
Is your boyfriend making you go?
Kinda. No, it's normally I try to get a nice nap in before Thursday's show, but today I didn't get any nap in.
I'm
I
gonna
gotta go early work.
since we've been covering badasses being badasses. Did you see this guy being
Ooh.
like this? Oh, burn!
Well, okay, that's just a travesty because you're never supposed to use that kind of paper to light your cigar because it's impregnated with chemicals. that taste
Well,
bad.
also the cover is like plastic, so the cover
It's
is
so-
plastic, so there's that.
Oh yeah.
It's so rude. Oh,
Did you
it's
see-
so
did
rude.
you
to
see
the
my-
Oh my
audience.
god, fucking Mormon, no way.
Did you see my comment on that? Mike Zatar posted it in one of the groups we're in, and he's like, this guy thinks he's badass. And I'm like, dude, hard disagree. This guy is badass because he's gonna have a fatwa on his head the next time, and he'll be stoned to death next time he returns by the Mormon Caliphate to his homeland of Zarahemlistan.
You mean the land of bountiful?
It keeps using those cheap books of Mormons that we all just got in droves on the mission.
I know.
We
I
not
hit a
treated
dog.
it.
Things.
We
I used
treated
that
them like
to-
they were hacky sacks. We treated them like this as missionaries.
Oh yeah, I used one of those to smack a stray dog in the face that was trying to bite me.
Me and one of my companions used kind of a ripped up one to play soccer with. We'd kick it between each other's legs. You ever play the game when you're walking side by side and you try to kick bottles between the other guy's legs for a point? Maybe you guys didn't have enough trash on the streets where you were.
No.
Starbase said that this dude and Hayden Carroll had a back and forth, and he said it's unhinged. I don't know. I didn't even hear about it.
Do Mormons even care that like,
Wait, this
well,
guy Nathan.
you're burning our cheap giveaway Book of Mormon?
I mean,
I
I don't know. I
If
can.
he burned like a quad, like burn a quad.
It's like it's not. Yeah, like it's not like they have a rule where it's like, oh my god, that's literal holy book. It's like no, they got a whole factory making them downtown. There's more.
Yeah. I saw this one.
My name is Party Mike.
You okay?
You want to do shots?
We're at work.
I brought some light beer.
You want to do shots of light beer?
You got a tattoo on your butt. You want to?
No, I don't want. Oh, come on.
It's Brigham Young. And his pants are on fire. Want to know why?
Because he's a liar.
Because he's a liar. It's a lie.
Well, not everything's a lie.
Is coffee bad for me?
No.
Is tea bad for me?
No.
Is cocaine bad for me?
Actually, that's still very bad for you. You probably shouldn't.
Too late.
All right, I think you need to kind of pump the brakes a little bit.
Maybe you're right.
I'm going to help you through this.
I think I'm going to try swimming on a Sunday.
That's good. That's baby steps.
That's my phone. The hookers
guy?
are probably here.
Probably cancel the hookers.
Okay.
Make good choices.
You should
That's pretty
have.
good.
Yeah, I think
That's actually like wow, somebody's actually making fun of ex-Mormons and doing.
Yeah,
a decent job of it.
he should have made I'm gonna open my marriage joke, but other than that, it was spot on. I think I looked at this guy's other videos. I think he's like an actual radio host.
It's pretty funny.
Oh.
All right, Flip. If I'm going to rope you in for a long time.
Oh,
Actually,
fuck.
I don't have clips really on this though. But
Wait,
give us
so-
your overview of the review of Colby Reddish and Jacob talking and Steve.
So I'm
trying to
still
correct-
confused about this. So they didn't actually have a debate. They just talked about.
Okay, I
But
don't
by the
even
way,
need to
Jacob
ask
has-
Colby if
Jacob-
this is true or not to know. He came into this with the prerequisite that they would stay 100% on this subject and not go outside of this subject at all, no matter what.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
Because just the other thing that, in fact, I'm glad you brought it up because I've noticed that, like, I think Jacob has put out at least 6 videos, maybe more, just reviewing his debate with whatever that Catholic guy was.
Yeah, but I mean,
And like he's just really, really milking it for everything. But then they even had a follow up, which was actually pretty decent because like the Catholic guy's like, okay, like I kind of see your point, even though you're still, dopey
but also,
about
I mean,
everything.
if you're running like a YouTube channel and you're getting that big and you're getting that sorts of notice, I mean, I think almost everybody kind of makes multi videos out of like some big interview that they just had
I
or some
guess
big
so.
debate that they just had or something like that.
I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously, because like I'm out of the whole thing and I'm atheist, and for me, the whole thing is like, guys, like, come on, like neither of you have a case here, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I think that's why it's interesting to think about it, thinking inside the internal critique. Like, just like I said, if we are arguing
Well-
inside of the Star Trek rules or inside of the Star Wars
Well,
rules,
yeah, I guess, but I guess that's my whole problem though. Is like, hey guys, because okay, what do we have? We've got the Gospels, and that's about it. Because anything else comes too late to claim to be actual time of Jesus, time of the apostles. And the Gospels are a mess. They don't really help either of your cases. Like there's this huge gap between Gospels and then whatever starts popping up in the 2nd and 3rd centuries.
yeah.
Wait, what's your full name, Flip? I can't see the whole thing.
I said argues like an atheist who argues like a Mormon.
I'll give you $3 if you can guess what my name is.
I mean, I know Davos.
I know Duke.
Now say it together.
Davos
Davos
Duke. Davos
Wait.
Duke.
It kind of sounds like David Duke. Anyway, go ahead.
Davos Duke.
But no, Davos is the stuff going on in WEF, and Duke is the Greenland, Iceland, UK area of the Arctic.
But have you even looked at the map? Because actually, Alaska is closer to Russia than Greenland. So, like, why does Trump even think that Greenland is important? Because Alaska's right there, stupid.
That whole thing. I mean, I don't know. We go that jump off this Jacob stuff to go to that a little bit. I guess we'll mad
let's
dash
do
all of them
Jacob's
before
stuff.
Flip has
If
to
you got
go.
something queued up.
I mean, I don't know. No, I didn't really have anything queued up. I was just going to talk about the general theme.
What did Jacob and Colby talk about? Because I did not watch
Yeah.
it.
What did they talk
They
about?
they reviewed his debate on how well he did in the debate or not. And I think in the end of all
What
things,
debate?
the one with the Catholics.
Oh,
It's the one where he was supposed to prove that the apostasy happened, and all he proved was that the papacy is dopey.
I think what he kind of more proved.
Wait, did he
and his
argue like
narrow
an
claim
atheist?
was
He 100% argued like an atheist who argues like a Mormon. That's why
I would say what his more narrow claim is that to an outside observer, the Mormon claim that the Catholics lost their chain of custody is plausible. I think that was the entirety of his claim. And I think people went into it not knowing that he meant that to be the entirety of his claim. And
yeah.
And if you say that one simple thing, I don't even think anybody would have debated it really. You know what I mean? I guess the Catholics do the Catholics try to claim that they still have a chain of custody after Peter?
Yeah.
And do they have the
whole
name?
deal? That there's been a continuous.
Do they have the names of like who comes after Peter?
Peter, Clement. Clement comes after Peter. Right?
Hey, tell me if this is true. I assumed after I left the church that this was just sort of like a Mormon myth. I was told at one point that the chain of authority of the Catholic Church was transferred through a goat.
What?
I figured no, I was told that like at one point they didn't know who to transfer it to, so they gave it to a fucking goat. And then when the guy, I don't think it's real.
That's something Mormons really claim though.
Oh no, Linus.
I don't think a lot of people claim
Peter
that.
and Paul were martyred in Rome, and they chose Linus to be Peter's successor. And then after Linus was Cletus, and then Clement. So Clement was fourth.
So like straight slackjaw yokels.
I know. I just remember when.
Hey Linus, hey Cletus, hey Clement.
Exactly.
Imagine like the period of time where Cletus wasn't the Simpsons character.
Well, it's like that's a name that you never ever hear anymore, and they're probably the last of them died. But you guys remember when we were little Mormon kids, and you'd occasionally meet an old woman named Dorcas?
No.
Dorcas, because that's a biblical name. But Dorcas. I remember. Like
you met a Dorcas?
I knew a couple of Dorcases. Like they were all friends with Ethel.
Did she look like this? Oh, Dorcas.
My great grandma's name was Udessa, and that's as redneck as I get.
Udessa.
Actually,
Well,
my great grandpa's name was RC, and it didn't stand for anything. It was just RC.
my
hell of a banjo player.
RC Cola.
My pioneer great grandpa. He named some of his daughters, like one of them was called Diademia.
Whoa.
Some ridiculous names.
Huh.
Hey, there's somebody knows a Dorcas. Yeah.
Yeah, Casey knows
and that's a biblical name?
Isn't it? I think it is. It's a biblical name.
Why do you ask us if we just barely heard it first time?
Well,
yes, Dorcas is a biblical character. It totally
spelled
is.
with a C, so I.
You thought it was K? I thought.
Well, no. If they spelled it with a K, then I'd be like,
Oh.
but it's a C, so it's obviously not just like an American invention.
Dorcas, also known by her Aramaic name Tabitha, which like, okay, how the fuck do you get from Tabitha to Dorcas?
How the hell do you get from James to Chiago?
There's that actually kind of makes sense when you go
Santiago.
through all the things, all the steps. It's kind of like how you get
Santiago
from
sounds
Yahweh
like
to Jehovah, but there is.
From
I once
Saint-
saw all the steps.
Really?
But Dorcas is the Greek form of Tabitha, which I still can't figure it out. Well, I only just a lot long ago learned from Bob Price that Bartholomew is son of Ptolemy, like Ptolemaic Egypt. So yeah.
Bar means son of.
Timothy and Ptolemy. Is that maybe I might see now? I might be already getting confused. Bar means son of.
Yeah.
Ptolemy.
Bartholomew
was a name.
Bartholomew. Yeah, like Ptolemy. I didn't say that right, but like Ptolemaic Egypt. If you've ever heard that term, yeah,
Yeah.
Ptolemy was but so yeah, Bartholomew is just the Hebrew version of a Greek Egyptian name. Names get pretty silly.
Was there a different Portuguese name for Jude, or was it just Jude? I can't remember.
I'm sure it's just Juji. I wonder.
So, but they were they all followed for me. I was like, Marco, Lucas, Thiago. What the?
Yeah, then you get to Thiago, and that's like, yeah.
Mateus makes sense. They all make sense. And then
Is
Thiago.
somebody grokking it? Like, what's the etymology? What's the
Etymology from James to Thiago, or Thiago to James.
Well, there's Santiago. It's Santiago in Spanish.
Yeah. It's the same spelling. It's just pronounced differently.
I know.
Santiago.
Why is Santiago? Let's see.
You guys.
Santiago is a Spanish name that derives from the Hebrew name Jacob, Yaakov, via Saint Iago, Santiago, Santo Iago, or Santo Iago. First used to denote Saint James the Great, the brother of John the Apostle. It was also
Jacob. But you said it's from Jacob, not James.
Well, Jacob and James. Jacob is a form of James.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes a lot more sense.
Because it looks like, in Hebrew, it's Yaakov. There's the glottal stop, and glottal stops in Spanish easily turn into a C. Yaakov, yeah. So you can totally get the glottal stop C out of the glottal stop.
He said, Starbase said, so Joseph was reading the book of Tiago. Yeah, he was. And that's probably why they named his brother Don Carlos. That was one of the funniest things ever. Like, we need to name our kids respectable American names such as Alvin, Hiram, Joseph, William, Samuel, and Don Carlos.
What was that?
James comes.
Where did that come from? That had to have been like they knew somebody or something.
I don't know. That's just so funny to me that they.
Don Carlos Smith.
Yeah, he had a brother named Don Carlos.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they didn't know it was Spanish.
He was sort of the unknown member of the Funky Bunch.
Maybe he was the retarded one, like Carlos II.
You had to. John,
did you guys look at the Carlos II picture that I sent over of a Carlos II of Spain?
Oh yes.
Yeah, the inbred guy.
Yeah, this guy was so inbred, and you can see it in his paintings. Look at Carlos II of Spain. They called him the drooling one, which I know in Spanish was just baboso. El baboso.
Jesus.
Look at that. That guy could be your emperor, but I mean, don't stop and listen to George Soros's kid talk for too long. Because
it's funny. It's funny because you showed us that with the explanation, and I've seen this a million times before because it's been used in meme formats. But I always just assume it was a really, like, not a shitty painter because everything else seems right, but like he's just bad at face. Like how some artists are terrible.
I swear I've seen that type of face before, man. I think it's a good face. It's a well done face. I've seen guys who look like that.
No, I'm thinking it's accurate because like everything else is like just wonderfully done. I think he just did a perfect job of a really shitty face.
See, this is what inbreeding does. Listen to George Soros's kid talk at the World Economic Forum. And every single time I've listened to this guy talk, it's like this. I've listened to like a ton. People have shown like 15 different clips across years of this.
I think that's the fundamental. I don't think the technology is the fundamental issue in democracy. Democracy is messy. I mean, democracy is about contestation of ideas. It's about plurality. It's about people having different truths, actually. Now,
if I was writing a sitcom about
how
an idiot,
society lives together civically in those contestations is obviously
is George Soros is on in the
he talks like that every time.
On this,
yeah, I haven't heard him talk before, so it's
but when I see this, when I look at this,
Today, Junior.
Is George Soros like the Marcus Aurelius of the Illuminati?
Yeah.
Because he had the 5 great emperors, and they would adopt somebody. They wouldn't choose their own son to be the next emperor. They would adopt somebody to be their son, who they thought was worthy of being the next emperor. And Marcus Aurelius is usually known as the best of the 5 great emperors. And then he retardedly chose his own psychopath son to follow in his steps instead of adopting someone. And his son was Cassius, who was a fucking sociopath and ruined all of that progress. Thank God George Soros chose his retarded son to run the Illuminati.
If I'm watching that entire Davos meeting this week, it feels like everybody is some retarded nepo baby. Like, you're seriously like, I cannot believe these are our elites. Like, yeah, right, these are our elites. They've got to be like the 3rd offspring retarded Carlos II of the elites.
Well, when you think of the elites, you would think that they would be smart enough to know that they're like, our evil plans would be ruined if we stupidly choose our own offspring. But like, they do it anyway.
It's
My
horrible.
son, you are significantly more retarded than I am, but you are exactly as evil as I am, and so I need you to try to carry this on. I can probably, in a matter of speaking, I can do that for you, Dad. Scheiße. Wir been fucked.
Hi there. We are the leg crossers. Hi there. We are the leg crossers.
The leg crossing thing is such like they lean into the meme, man. They really do. Like all of them, like, look at me cross my leg. I can cross it all the way.
It was hilarious. I need to listen to more Adam Carolla. I've been listening to a lot of him lately, but I heard him talking about, and it was the thing I've noticed a lot. He's talking about chick think.
Yeah.
And he's talking about like one of the things is like, oh, a chick will get it in her head to like Dave here. He came to the party last time, and let's not invite him this time because he said he was going to bring granola bars. And he didn't. He's a dick. Dave is a dick. And you'll tell him, actually, no, Dave did bring granola bars. They were just on the other snack bar, so you didn't see them. She's like, oh, really? Oh, okay. And then the next day, she'll be talking to someone. Yeah, we can't invite Dave. He's a dick.
We don't like Dave anymore. I 100% know that. That is 100% true.
I know that, and I can think of a lot of instances in my life, and when he said it, it made sense. But like later that day that I listened to him talking about that, this female supervisor that we have, we're opening this giant pit, and we have to, government safety regulations, we got to put these guards around it. We had opened the pit before, and these safety rails, we have what's called toe kicks, so that you don't, accidentally kick a tool and it falls down the pit. And they told us you don't have to put those on them. And then this time when she did it, they were like, yeah, you got to put toe kicks on it. And she told the guy that told her, she's like, oh, last time you told me we're not supposed to put toe kicks on him. You're a dick. You're a big old dick. You're telling us that we got to do something we didn't have to do last time. And then he explains it to her. She'd been ranting about this all morning to her workers. And then he explains it to her. Well, that's because last time you told me nobody was going to go down in that hole because it's contaminated and we can't get down in there. It's potentially contaminated and we can't get down in there. And so since nobody was in there, there was no danger of kicking a tool down there and hurting someone. So that's why I said no toe kicks. But this time you said there's going to be people down there, so you have to have toe kicks. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then he leaves the room, and like 10 minutes later, somebody comes in and like, so we doing the toe kicks? Yeah, fucking asshole said we didn't need toe kicks last time, but this time we fucking need toe kicks. He's just changing his fucking mind. And I was like, there's no getting through to you. It's just not possible. You just want to be fucking mad at this guy.
A chick thing that I've noticed my whole life, and like everywhere I've worked, there's been at least one woman that does this. And, occasionally men do it too. That's the thing like Adam Carolla talks about. Like Gavin Newsom does chick think, even though he's not a chick. But a chick think thing I run into, because there's one particular lady that I have to deal with at my job that does this to me all the time. But you ask a question that they don't know the answer to. And instead of saying, I'm not sure, let me get back to you, or I'll find out, or I don't know, ask so-and-so, they'll know. Rather than say they don't know the answer to your question, they will answer a different question that you didn't ask, right? And then when you try to like redirect or just repeat your question, they double down and act like you're being dense, like you're just being an asshole for not getting that, like, you know. And just, I don't know, I've got a specific example of this. Like, just was before Thanksgiving, where they called me up. They're like, "Hey, we need you to get a big truck, and we need you to go to the hospital and pick up food donations." You know, I'm like, "All right, what am I looking for?" And they're like, "Well, it's these barrels of food." And so I call her, and I'm like, "Okay, are you talking about those like 300-pound barrels?" And she's like, "Well, you'll have to strap them down." And I'm like, "No, that's not my question. Like, I know when to strap stuff down. I'm asking, like, because you're sending me alone. Am I supposed to manhandle 300-pound barrels, or are you talking about something else?" "Well, you'll have to strap them down." Like, that's it. Yeah, but that's a total chick thing. I've noticed, like, everywhere I've worked, there's that. I mean, like in catering, Chris Hanna knows. There was some of the bosses in catering, like that was their number one thing to do. It's like, okay, you know, so how many tall boys do we need for this? Well, you're gonna need to get silverware from the kitchen. Like, no, how many tall boys do we need for the room? You know, yeah, total chick.
You got it. The best way to combat that is to make them think they know a thing, and just you already know the thing, but you have to ask them.
Yeah.
So it's because this wasn't even a chick; it was a dude doing the chick thing. He was one of the worst supervisors I've ever had out there, and they were like, "Hey, we've got like 3 millirem coming off of these drums. Do we have to post it a radiation area?" And the rule on that is you don't have to post it as a radiation area until it's 5 millirem per hour. And I was like, "No, we don't." And they're like, "Well, we need you to ask your supervisor about it." I was like, oh, "Fuck, okay." And so I go up to my supervisor. "Hey, they want to know if we have to post this a radiation area." And instead of telling him the actual measurements, and I was like, I told him that we definitely don't, because it's only like 18 microcuries of REM, and just using total different measurements of completely different things. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, I gotta work." And he would, if you asked him a question about rad, he didn't know anything about radiation or anything. He would busy himself with administrative bullshit. And that's kind of what you're getting at with the, what do I need to do for this job? And you say, like, what items do I need to get? You need to strap the items that you get down. That's like an administrative thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So this guy, anytime you would ask him a question, he'd be like, "Oh, you know what? You go ask Steve about that. He'll tell you. Right now, I'm really busy. I'm getting us a laminator in here, and I'm printing out these signs. I don't know if you saw them. Somebody's been ripping them down. I don't know why, but I've been putting up these signs on the fridges saying, 'Don't put your lunch boxes in here because it's too bulky.'" And I'd be like, "You know, Bill, not all of us are fat fucks that bring an entire goddamn cooler with our food for lunch every day, so we can fit our lunch boxes in there just fine." But he would busy himself with that administrative chick bullshit while the rest of us handled the actual specifics of the job.
Did he put up Halloween decorations for Halloween?
No, I was actually telling this story. So this guy, I'm not even exaggerating. He was from New York. He actually sounded like that. And he was morbidly obese, and he was worthless, and he was dumb, all that stuff. I was explaining to these guys the day after Halloween, so a bunch of people brought over their leftover Halloween candy and just put it at the exit of the break room. So as people were going out, they could grab a little bit of candy or whatever and go do their job. And we come back at lunchtime and the bag is gone. And I was like, "Dude, there's no way we ate this candy yet. There was so much candy there." And I sort of jokingly said, "I bet Bill took it and it's in his desk," because his desk is right by the break room. And I was just kind of joking, but then he left early that day, and I was like, "We should go check his desk." So we went in there, opened the first drawer we opened. That gigantic bag of candy was right there. I was like, "Holy fuck, what a stereotype you are, the fat guy stealing candy." And so we just took it out and we put it back. And then we came back the next day. You could tell something was up, but what's he going to say? You know, like, what's this guy get? Like, hey, were you guys rolling around on my desk? No, we weren't. Why? Is something missing? Yeah, the fucking candy I stole from you guys is missing. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I get the thing quite a bit. Or I mean, I have to enter in new employees, and people email me about it. I'm like, so and so's starting. This is the position. I'm like, what day are they starting? They're starting as a server. What day are they starting? They're starting as a server. What day are they starting?
A server is someone who takes food to the clients.
And I've been joking like several different times that like I want to literally become like the soup Nazi. Like I will bark at people if they just don't tell me the information you know I need to know the very first time, or you're not gonna get this. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a total chick think.
But that's one of the areas ChatGPT has really helped me, because I go to type like autistic emails like, tell me what the fucking thing is, you fucking idiot. And then I go like, ChatGPT, make this nicer. Thank you for your email to come over here. I really appreciate your work you're doing. Could you tell me the date the person is starting?
It's funny that you mentioned that version of Chick Think, because the same woman that showed me Chick Think, and it's the same day that Adam Carolla was talking about it, was that she did that thing you said, where I go there, I'm the radiation technician, right? The safety guy, and they're trying to take apart this another prototype submarine, and so they're cutting these pipes. If they cut pipes that are not contaminated with radioactivity or potentially contaminated, I still have to sort of verify. So I do a light survey basically. But if they're if they're cutting contaminated pipes, I have to have like a vacuum pulling air right there so the contamination doesn't go airborne. I gotta have certain controls. And so she's like talking about what they want to cut up, and I ask her every day, I'm like, hey, are you guys gonna get into any rad shit, or are you just doing non-rad shit? And she'd be like, well, we're gonna be going into those rooms that we said we'd go into, and like, yeah, those rooms have rad pipes and non-rad pipes. Are you gonna want to cut into any of the rad ones? We're gonna be cutting pipes, and we need to have a guy in the crane so that we can haul them out. Okay.
This all just brought a memory back for me, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, before my dad was dead. And I had to go out to my parents' house. I don't remember exactly what it was, but like there was a whole time constraint thing where dad had to go to the mechanic to pick up the car and bring the car back. And then I had to get my dad to some place at a certain time. And it was all, kind of under the gun. And so like I get to my parents' house and I say, Mom, how long ago did dad leave? He walked. No, Mom, how long ago did dad leave? He went to get the car. Mom, how long ago did dad leave? It's at the mechanic. Mom, how long ago did dad leave the house walking to the mechanic to get the car? Oh, I don't know.
Starbase says, what time are we leaving? I have to go get dressed.
Oh, that's chick think. Yes, that's
I'm very Morgan doesn't do the getting dressed thing. I mean, she takes forever to get ready for bed. But she's just being prepared and stuff like that. But it's never like she's better about being on time than I am, so.
Is this chick think?
You faced a lot of racism growing up in Columbus, Ohio. How did that shape you?
Whew. Well, the military wouldn't allow black families to live on the base, so you had to live in an apartment, and you couldn't take a bus. You couldn't afford a car. You walked. Your dads walked to the base, and sometimes we would go from tree shade to shade to get back to the apartment. My brother and I, my mom, with bags. And my mom would go, don't look, don't look, don't look. And she'd pull us away because there is someone hanging from a tree.
Oh, fuck off.
And they have a memorial for it now.
What year was this?
Where you can see where people were and left. And
well, okay, wait.
It triggers me today.
Who is this?
This is a persecution fantasy.
That's Pam Grier from Quentin Tarantino's. What is it? Jackie Brown.
She was born in 1949.
It was Columbus, Ohio, 1960s.
1960s. Like, wait, did they actually not allow black people to live on the base, but allow
Not
white
an
people?
ounce of any of that is real.
No, that was the crazy thing I was asking about. Wait, what do you mean live on the base? Like, was your dad on the base? Like, was he? Can families live on the base?
She looks a bit different now. I mean, this was her at the time of Jackie
She
Brown.
looks
Pretty
like
good
if
movie.
Whoopi Goldberg ate Whoopi Goldberg.
There is no way in the 1960s in Ohio. I mean, grok if like the black people couldn't live on the base in the 19th. Come on.
No, but like, maybe I don't know how military bases work. But if you're on a military base, does your family live with you on the base? I guess military brats, they do, right? I don't know. Maybe I don't know how they work.
I don't know. It's just not true. Matt Walsh covered it a little bit into it, and like the last lynching in Ohio was like 1890 or something
1911.
like that. 1911.
It said right on that thing, on the thing you had before. It said Jackie Brown was born in 1949. The last lynching in Ohio happened in 1911.
Oh, it had a
doesn't make
fact
sense.
check from. I didn't even notice that it has a fact check from Grok.
It was. You'd have to go back to it.
It's probably community notes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
My favorite community notes ever was that woman that said, "We need to face it. Sydney Sweeney's boobs aren't that great." And then the community notes just said, "Yes, they are."
Here's more.
I mean, we've brought it up before, but it's one of those things that, like, all the way back during George Floyd riots, somebody mentioned it, and I was like, no way. So I looked it up, and it was absolutely true that between 2016 and 2020, more black people were killed by black people in Chicago alone than all of the victims of lynching in the 70 years that lynching was a thing.
Entire lynching's like 3,000 to 4,000 people, right?
Yeah,
and a thousand more white people.
Yeah, a third of them were white. Yeah,
and I guess all of them happened in a 1960 because she saw all of them strung up next to that.
You couldn't see her mom hit him from her eyes. Here's a. It's such bullshit, man. And the thing is, like, the View just sitting there listening to it, like, believing it. Like, here's more chick think stuff. Well,
that no one hates women more than other women. And in a recent study that will be shocking to absolutely no one, the results showed that male students show more tolerance for their political enemies than females show for their own allies. That's right. In other words, women are meaner to people on their own side than men are to people who sit on the opposite side of an issue. Look at this chart. What do you notice? Well,
dude, Scott Adams will come back from the grave to say, you could have just asked me. We didn't need a study for that. We didn't need a study for this.
Yeah, you got it. I don't know. Chick think more on chick think. Do you want to talk about multicultural Nazis or?
Okay, give me one more because I totally.
You want to talk about?
I told myself I'd be out by 9 o'clock.
Somalia, or do you want to talk about Trump and Greenland? Do you want to talk about Gavin Newsom and Trump talking dirty to each other at the WEF? Do you want to talk about Candace and Dave Rubin going after each other? Candace calling Dave Rubin a groomer. And Candace got in trouble. Candace, this whole entire time, Candace has been under a non-disparagement agreement from and she got like a cease and desist letter from Turning Point. And this whole entire time, she still has like almost like a year left on her non-disparagement agreement. And so this whole entire thing, like all her like number one podcasting, all this stuff.
Sued? If
she can get the crap sued out of her for money loss or claims of any sort of damage for her.
You know what? I'll bet you anything that Ben Shapiro's lawyer's name is Baruch Goldstein.
They could have just like sat there and listened to her and let her go on and on and on. People talked about like the meeting that she took with Erica Kirk was probably just because when it comes to celebrities and these high profile things, what you have to show is actual malice. And so the whole reason for the meeting probably that Erica took. Well, here I'll let Nick Fuentes.
Looks like RFM is here.
Oh, nice.
When did Candace get dropped on her head? Her mom dreamed that she dropped her baby on her head, and then Candace was retarded ever since.
Here, and then we'll talk about these
got a cat?
These
All this time you got a
multicultural
cat?
Nazis.
Yes, I want multicultural Nazis, and then I got a baby.
This is amazing. So today, on her show, she said that she got a cease and desist letter from Turning Point. She reads it on the show. Do you know that she has a non-disclosure agreement with Turning Point USA that contains a non-disparagement clause? Okay, what are we doing? So this entire time, from the day Charlie Kirk died,
The only reason stuff could get as crazy as Candace is it's like the first time in history people can have like #1 shows and absolutely no lawyer there to tell them what they shouldn't be doing and what's dangerous or not. So she's built her whole entire show going off the Macron thing and going off of this disparaging of Turning Point the whole entire time, just completely unaware that no other news station on the planet would dare touch the stuff the way she has.
Is that Fuentes?
That's Fuentes talking
Yeah.
about it because
Oh, we
we'll
got
jump off of that and his multicultural.
Wait, we got
Today.
RFM in the chat.
You're telling me the entire time she was under NDA with a non-disparagement clause that whole time? So she's going live every day for the past 4 or 5 months, getting 3 million views per show, saying Turning Point killed Charlie, Turning Point's filled with rapists, Turning Point stealing money, this, that, and the other. You're telling me the whole time she had a non-disparagement agreement? She's fucked. And in the cease and desist letter, it says, we reached out to her on December 2nd and December 14th, and we reminded her that she has a non-disparagement agreement, and she acknowledged it, and she kept saying it anyway. What are you doing? And in the letter, it says, we are still calculating the damages, which are significant and still accruing. That's what the letter says. So it looks like she's...
Robert Barnes thinks she's way in trouble for saying that Macron has a willy too, and all the stuff that they've tried to, like, she's gonna just get the pants, like every dollar she's made for all her #1 stuff and just in the past like 6 months from the Macron thing and from this Turning Point thing. I think she's gonna have it all taken away. It's gonna be a bigger lawsuit than Alex Jones ever got landed.
Oh yeah, hate to see it.
Trouble as far as legal liability is concerned. She had a non-disparagement agreement. Can you imagine? And for months, every night, they killed him. They knew, they lied, they stole money. They're molesting people, this, that, and the other. You're under an NDA. She goes on the show. She's like, so I have a contract with Turning Point for when I did speaking gigs with them. And, I have an NDA with them. It was terminated on December 2nd, but the NDA covers them for another 12 months. So she's like, everything she has said is in violation of this agreement. And she's bitching about it. She goes, well, God is the only judge. I don't care about courts. Well, I hope God is on the jury then. I hope God intervenes in this one because damn, that looks pretty cut and dry. And I told you, people said, well, why did Erica Kirk meet with Candace Owens? I think I said this on the show. I definitely said it in our Telegram group chat. I said the reason that Erica is meeting with Candace Owens, probably with an attorney, is so that they can prove actual malice. Because the standard for defamation for a public figure, it's called actual malice. If you sue me for defamation and you're a private person, let's say I'm talking about my neighbor and I say, my neighbor's a murderer, my neighbor's a thief, and my neighbor's a private person. My neighbor can sue me and say, this isn't true, and I'll be liable. If I say about a famous person, Trump is a murderer, Trump is a thief, and Trump sues me for defamation, he has to prove what is called actual malice. It means that I knew that what I was saying is not true, and I said it anyway with an intention to hurt him. And then he would have to prove the damages. So it's a much higher standard to prove if you're a public figure. So why did Erica Kirk meet with Candace Owens? Well, she met with her so that she could furnish Candace with all the documentation and say, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about this, you're wrong about this. Here's the evidence with an attorney present. And that's what Candace said. She said that they have a whole binder, papers. Candace verified all the information on her show. She said, yes, so we met and their attorney was there and they gave us all this info. Why did Erica do this? To set her up for future litigation so that when Candace comes back and starts lying about Turning Point again, they can say, well, she knew. How do we know she knew and when she knew it? Because we told her. How do we know that Candace knows she's lying? Because we gave her the receipts in person. And she acknowledged that she saw them, and she said it anyway.
Did you tell her about your dreams or something? Like, actually, Candace, we had a dream that the shooter was the actual obvious shooter. Like, Charlie came to me, and he was like, no, seriously, it was that Tyler Robinson guy. It seriously That should count as a receipt to Candace.
That gay
So-
furry totally did it.
Yeah.
So all the hard right Noozis had a meetup. Nick Fuentes and the guys. Here's some. They recorded video of them all going to the club. Here it is.
Know what can help you sort through these important issues?
Orange mocha frappuccino. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
I gotta put the music down or I get in trouble for it. It's not that different. Here they are. Like look at this. All of the hard right Noozis are there's Fuentes the Mexican, there's Sneeko the Islamist, there's Myron the what is Myron? Myron's he's an Arab, and then there's Clavicular the twink, and I don't know who the guy in the pink pants are.
Is that not?
Well, it's Andrew Tate.
It's Andrew Tate.
It's no, that's Tristan Tate. That's Andrew Tate's brother. And isn't Andrew not? He's some sort of.
Yeah, they're Romanian.
This is your Nazi movement, folks.
Yo, Myron is so fucking heterosexual. He's like, we don't need women to survive. I'm like, well, life is better. He's like, we don't need them.
That's pretty heterosexual.
There's other ways to derive pleasure.
They're all cuddling in the pictures of them cuddling in there.
Did you ever see that? Somebody dug up an old, I think it was a 4chan post of Clavicular talking about the guy piss mogging him.
No,
how he's just talking about how his piss stream isn't particularly impressive. He walks into a public bathroom. He's like, this
Did
guy
he take some medicine for it or
this
something?
big black guy comes next to me, and he just totally piss mogged me. I was humiliated. His piss stream was so strong, like a flowing river of.
He was embarrassed by the
testosterone.
piss.
I gotta go. I don't know, mew my dick or something like that.
Now that he said that, if I'm honest, I've felt that in my life before.
I felt that one time. I remember reading a 4chan post about what was it? He said, "Be me, a porcelain pissing pussy. I piss on the porcelain part of the toilet so I don't make much noise. My friend comes over for a sleepover. I piss on the porcelain. I go back upstairs. He says, I gotta go piss. He goes down there, pisses straight into the water. Just guns it. Strong, constant stream.
Vital.
I hear my mom
Trump's
upstairs.
a lion. Trump's a lion,
Yeah.
not a fox. He pees like a Trump.
I hear my mom upstairs cumming her pants and my sister turning on her vibrator. They're both moaning over this masculinity. And this was like a decade ago I saw this. Oh, that's what piss mogging is. So yeah, now I piss on the water instead of on the porcelain because I'm a fucking man.
Well, I guess it could be like Jumbo, Lyndon B. Johnson. You went to the bathroom with Lyndon B. Johnson and he'd piss mog you and then show you his wiener next to you. Like, look at old Jumbo here.
I was just telling my coworker about Jumbo today when he was talking about how unprofessional and unpresidential Trump is.
Lyndon B. Johnson used to have meetings in the bathroom showing everybody Jumbo. Like,
Yeah.
look at Jumbo when you talk to me.
And I was like, I guess like not if, but since I have a massive dick, I need to start doing that, you know. I'm just gonna, anytime my boss is like, hey, can you do this menial task? I'll be like, what did you say? Say it to Jumbo, pussy.
The women are a luxury, bro.
Now, the next thing that I want to go over is how to use makeup as a male. So right now, I am infertile, but I'm not able to have a kid right now.
This really is on the top right wing influencers.
This is the right clavicular
This
is
is
the
the
right
window.
clavicular is the right wing response to trans kids.
Yeah.
Toss more naturally.
No.
Not no, but
And they're
like when I
singing
was,
that. They're singing the Kanye song.
Yeah.
like 14,
Which the hook is N-word hail Hitler.
yeah, I thought I was gay. I watched gay porn. It's not for me.
It's not for me. I saw, like, bro, I went to a gay nightclub with my gay friends. Like, I went to go visit my friend in Massachusetts. Like, let's go to a club. It was a gay club. I'm not complaining. But
Okay,
I saw
this
a
kind of
muscular
person.
dude
How often?
twerk.
How many times have you wondered if you're straight?
I've never been like, okay, I better go try some gayness. to
Yeah,
see
no,
if
I never in my life have. It always confuses me when somebody's like, I guess I never really thought about it.
Crowder said it the same. Remember Crowder?
Yeah,
said
I
it?
know. A lot of people have said that, and it doesn't compute in my head. I'm like, what do you mean you want like to picture a nice pair of tits in your head? Do you like it? picture a big thrusty cock.
Picture
Do
that,
you like it?
I just had what the South Park kids had. Just all of a sudden one day I was going, Ata, Ata, Ata. And like I said, the one time that girl asked me why boys like boobs so much, it sent me down a K-hole because I did not have the answer in that moment. It was like, why? You know,
Because we do.
Yeah.
'Cause look at them. Most chicks like tits too, or at least pretend to for social creed.
Twerking glitter off of his back. And I know that I'm not gay.
I'm gonna bring some girls over for you. I'm good.
You know what? I needed to find out. So, like after 3 loads in my mouth, I was like, this isn't particularly enjoyable. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Really being honest, never having a girlfriend, never having sex with a woman really makes you more heterosexual because honestly, dating women is gay. Having sex with women is gay.
It was the Catboy era, okay? Let's get it straight. It was the Catboy era.
Nick got lost in that Catboy pussy sauce and live streamed himself going on a 10-hour date with a guy he was obviously attracted to.
Deep throating dildos. He wears cat ears.
Me and Nick were hanging out last night.
Seems like the average kid.
You didn't know he went on cat girl dates?
I don't know that was a thing.
Or
Yeah,
Catboy
yeah.
dates? Get with Gen Z, Flip. We got to get with Gen Z if we're gonna reach to these kids. How are we gonna reach to these kids?
Did you see Nick
I
Fuente's new
gotta
merch?
go.
What was that, Jerry?
Did you see Nick Fuente's new merch?
No. What?
He didn't. His commemorative quarter zip happy birthday Epstein jacket. Because
Really?
apparently I think he was trolling because Epstein's birthday is MLK Day.
Oh,
So he just released the Epstein is awesome shirt.
did you see all those people start saying that MLK Day was Moloch Day? That's because you don't say the vowels in
no.
Hebrew. So it's like everybody's worshiping Moloch on MLK Day. Is what those right wingers would say.
Oh, you have a shower with your friend. Gay.
Does Nick ever talk about being attracted
I missed it too. They bullied me out of it. I had to capitulate for the sake of optics and say, no. We want to be trad and get married, and women are awesome.
Bro, banging song. Would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? What is straight? What is gay? It's all a big sliding spectrum, isn't it? Oh, no, it's gay to bang Megan Fox with the dick.
I hope they include a clip of Andrew Tate talking about how he sexted dudes. We were sexting dudes. We would put the women on.
I think it is in here.
Pretending to type, and we would type, oh yeah, I want to gag on your thick, veiny shaft. Because men know how to do it. And these bags was jerking off to us.
All right, I gotta
It's gay to
bail.
bang Hulk Hogan
You
with a
guys
fist.
made me. This is too gay for me. I gotta go.
What? This is the most based. These are the most
So
based there are.
I'm going back to church because of this video.
Oh, here it is. Listen.
Effectively, this is the way the business works. Girl sits on the camera. Now, when the girl is on camera, she will go like this on her laptop and pretend to type, and you will actually reply to all the guys. Now, what do you say to the men when you're typing to them in private messages? I say, oh, you're beautiful. I say, oh, thank you. Get my Snapchat then. I'm more horny on Snapchat.
Make him think that if he's serious about you, that nothing else matters.
All right, I'm going later.
You're not getting influenced by this.
I am not getting influenced.
This pipeline, this
Flip's
alt-right
hey,
pipeline.
give him a break. Flip's got a cock to go suck.
That's
'cause he's
true.
so
Yeah, no,
great.
Oh,
I got a cat boy.
Okay.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
If I were to come out and said that I was gay, nobody would say a fucking word to me. I'd be a hero.
The only dinner a woman will ever go to with me is when I'm meeting other men. But like a one-on-one dinner with a girl is a mistake and a waste of fucking time and money.
3 hours of fucking garbage.
Let me tell you what a dinner with me and a woman is. Woman sits next to me, looks hot. The other men at the table respect that. When we talk about business, I genuinely ignore her the whole time.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yo, Nick, I'm gonna bring some girls over for you.
It seems like an Andy Samberg movie.
Yeah, it really does.
Jesus Christ. Wait, who posted this? Was this Owen Benjamin? This seems like
This is Avi, Nathan Livingstone, but Avi Ameni reposted it. So.
You can't get a girlfriend. It's like, so you tell me what I should do. Should I change who I am? And I'm gonna color inside the line so a woman will do me the fucking favor of rubbing my dick? Have a great rest of your evening.
That's when it went to porn. He said he got hacked, though.
I'm gonna bring some girls over for you. Please don't. I'm good.
Icky.
I'm good. Somebody posted this on it, the Hitler thing. You read it.
Our movement's rising again. We're going from Rumble to Twitter in a matter of months. We are now infiltrating YouTube, spreading the glorious message of the youth. Our true legions, brave Aryans leading the movement. Mein Führer. It's a gay Mexican, a retarded eunuch, and a Sudanese influencer called Amir Fridi. Everyone who is gay, mixed race, and below 100 IQ, get out.
It's down to 3 guys.
I'm Mexican! I didn't know they had gay Mexicans! And it's Germany burned to the ground for this? Before we know, they'll be letting women in! This is the Nazi party! Now it looks like a pro-Palestinian rally! When the artist when the song can now Hitler! Your big ass is black and mentally ill! But mein Führer, it's really catchy! We need someone who can represent our movement! Get Candace Owens on the phone! Mein Führer, she is trying to prove that Macron has a cock. Scheiße!
I like how Lotus Eaters covered it, and they said something along the lines of like
Eric Spofford, right, who is a very wealthy guy who he created a series of anti-addiction. I think the charities are private enterprises, but he sold them, made a lot of money on them. He created charities and sold them? Not necessarily charities, but just some anti-addiction services. Yeah, some kind of center service model. Okay. And then he decides to hook up with all these guys. Yeah, well, I guess he's a fan of them, right? Because these are the big influencers.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't seem to gel very well with what his life.
You can make his own.
These guys reviewed it. Everybody reviewed it. It took the internet by storm that they were that they did this, but they got in trouble at the Miami place that they went to, and they were supposed to apologize for it.
The multiracial racist coalition.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
People like, even my Nazis have been great replaced. Like, what?
My Nazis have been great replaced. That sort of deal. anyway, I guess for going and playing that Kanye song, the Hail Hitler Kanye song, they all had a
Sneeko
falling
got
out of it.
kicked out of like all bars.
Catching heat.
Yeah,
Accused
they
of celebrating hate.
They had a bunch of fights, and now they're all at each other's necks about it because I guess Andrew Tate was
Really?
apologizing about it, and then Sneako's like, oh, "I'm not apologizing," and they're just all going after each other now. And you're Sneeko on it.
Talking about
I
that
meant
at
to
all,
watch this
but
video.
that's pretty wild. Then also, I guess he personally called Sneeko and told him if he doesn't apologize, he's not welcome in Miami. So that's probably why Tate apologized.
The mayor called me up today and he said, if you want to be welcome in Miami again, you don't want to go be in the cold New York all the time. You got to apologize. He said you need to apologize if you want to still enjoy Miami, if you want to be welcome in Miami. You think this is easy? You think how many people you think are to be able to take this heat? Obviously not. Top G couldn't. What I thought we're supposed to.
Anyway, they're all fighting now because Tate's apologizing and the rest of them won't apologize, and then they're not apologizing with each other, and they can't go back. That's the state of your Nazis. It's been great replaced. Your Nazis have been great replaced, man.
Big G couldn't. Yeah, Andrew Tate, the first one to bitch out. That's funny.
Yeah.
I thought it would be the gay Mexican.
Yeah. Amelia AI.
I mean, Fuentes is definitely the smartest of all of them, so I didn't actually think he would apologize first.
Yeah. Fuentes, I still think Fuentes is on a bit of a run trying to mainstream himself more and more.
Oh, yeah.
And he might get like, I don't know if he'll get all the way away from the Jewish question, but he seems to be lightening up on it in weird little ways. But Amalia.
Bay.
These are all equally British. What's Hello, I'm Amelia. Shabana Mahmood and Sadiq Khan will tell you that these are all equally British. What say you?
Hip hip cheerio for king and country and all that, eh? Keep calm and carry on. There's a good chap. What? Lord Archibald. To puddle whitely on the squelch. Here at my ancestral seat, Snoggleford Mews. Rule Britannia.
British food is lovely. Toad in the hole, bangers and mash, fish and chips. Here, try the tea and peas.
Sick, bruv. Proper banging, looking well peng. Catch a sesh with the man, then, bruv. Don't be a muppet.
A word, Uvna. We understand you've made several rude comments online, done a bit of gardening with sharp tools as well, so I'm afraid it's the tower. I'm just a pretty lady out on the town, innit? Say, where's the loo for a bird like me?
I guess they had Dane Edna before anybody else had Dane Edna, right?
Leaping leprechauns, and as surely you've heard o' the Black Irish before, Begorra.
Oi, mate, I'm king now. What's it? Cheerio, Blemmy. Bob's your uncle. Good show, old chap.
Show Bob, you show Bob. Hey, show Bob me. Yes? Show Bob. I want to see Bob you. Hey, show Bob me.
Your baby boys are named Muhammad. Your daughters will wear hijab. And all your grandchildren will be Muslim.
Try the authentic street food I scooped in the curry with my own bare hands. We're here. Where's our clothes? Where's our food? Where's our flats? Hurry up. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
They do this because we don't say they can't.
Well, they've turned it into a full proper meme.
Yeah, Emilio is just the biggest failure.
Yeah.
Right now, though, I feel like every time you turn on any news, it's just like Trump wants to invade Jupiter, and you're like, fucking bad news for Jupiter. Trump just has a wheel that he spins with different colors. It's like green, Greenland, you're fucked. Yellow, ooh, Kim Jong-un, bad news. Brown. London.
Dude, the Greenland thing is hilarious to me because I don't know. I didn't really get it. I was like, I'm up for just putting bases there. You know, if you think you need them, put bases there, and they're pretty amenable to it. And that Unheard podcast that you sent was pretty interesting because, like we said in the chat, it's what NPR seems to think that it is. And the funniest part, the part I'm expecting, like tomorrow at the latest, it's probably already going on right now, is since they like have a deal worked out to where if the deal goes through, Trump gets small pockets of land in Greenland to build on. It's going to be hilarious listening to like it's a slew of lefties who decried the whole Greenland thing, then coming back and saying, "Oh, see, he chickened out. Taco Trump. Trump always chickens out. He wanted Greenland, and they didn't give it to him, and he acted like he was fine with that." And yeah, that's the big ask. He did the thing that he wrote in a book like 2 decades ago that he was gonna do.
Yeah, that's why I titled this podcast "The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch" or whatever. He calls it in his book, and it's so funny that these people just do not learn. Again and again and again, the thing that he says outright in his book that he does. He says, "Throw a hand grenade in the room." That's what I titled the name of the thing, and I put "The Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch" in there. But he said since forever ago that that's just his methodology of making great big deals. You throw a hand grenade in the room, it makes everybody off kilter, it throws everybody off, it gets the negotiation started. You come in with a big ask, like you said, and then you back off of it as people go negotiating it, but you get way further than you would have gotten if you hadn't have done all that sort of thing.
Well, it's people who act like this, like interpersonally, are just insufferable to deal with. I totally acknowledge that because it like Brazilian companions were always like this. It never worked, so they weren't very good at it. But like they always wanted to trade shit. They wanted to have shit first, and if you said no, they wanted to trade shit. And the stuff they wanted to trade was just terrible. Like I had this pair of Simpsons pajamas since I was 15, and my companion was like, "Can I have those?" Like when we were leaving, I was like, "What? No." First of all, they're my pajamas. It's fucking weird to even ask for them. Like even if I was willing to give them, but no. And he's like, "Well, okay. I mean, here's the deal. You take I'll take the Simpsons pajamas. You can have not only my pair of Marvel pajamas, but also my pair of Spider-Man pajamas. That's 2 pajamas for 1 pajama. That's like you're a pretty good negotiator here, but you're really raking me over the coals. That's as good as I can do. And really, I have come further to meet you than you've come to meet me. You're like, originally you were just going to give me your pajamas. Now I am offering you double what you're offering me. I don't want your pajamas. They're gross. They're someone else's. That's fucking gross. But so it's terrible to deal with in interpersonal life, but it's effective if you're good at it.
Well, I mean, I bring it back to poker all the time, and people. It's one of the reasons that Mark Twain said learning to play poker is as valuable and as costly as a college education. But I mean, I think it's just also true. If you've ever been on a poker table with decent players, sooner or later, kind of a blustering bully comes along, and the blustering bullies actually always do very good. They start doing very well. And everybody kind of gets their feathers ruffled and starts getting bumping around. They start getting mad that they're bumping it up and pushing so hard and betting so hard and all that sort of stuff. And the way you deal with it or the way you answer with it is you don't react to it. You just sit there and you wait to have at least a little bit of something and you just call them down or something like that. But if you have played poker long enough, at some point or another, you should have figured out a moment where you became the blustering bully. You know, and there's all sorts of stuff where like you're the one who's making the big crazy bets, kind of pushing them off their hand, pushing them with more than they have when you don't even really have everything every time, but you have way more. You're able to push way harder to kind of make them have to back down. And there's all sorts of stuff like you make a bet at them, they fold and they go, "Ha, you didn't get me." But yeah, I did. I got the chips that you had in there already. You know what I mean? It's just a way to do things. I was making a joke with you guys earlier, and I said it was like Trump talking to Colbert. He says, hey, Colbert, give me all your gummy bears. They will be mine. He goes, no, you bully. Why would you do this to poor me, who's way stronger than you and way cooler than you? But I'm a poor me. So I won't stand for this, you fascist. You won't get more than 50 gummy bears from me in your wildest dreams. Trump says, make it 100 gummies. Okay, you loser. You didn't get all my gummies. Oh, Trump, yeah, you're a tough cookie, expertly negotiated. If I wanted your gummies, I'd take your gummies, but you argued well. And then just switches over. Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, give me all your chocolate bars. And that's just how it goes. Just the very next hand, you just shoot out again. But
and it's the funny part is that like the original ask is so outlandishly absurd that you don't realize that the ask that he ends up getting is also absurd.
Yeah.
If he would have just asked originally for small pockets of land in Greenland, they would be like, what the fuck are you, what are you talking about?
It would have been like, Colbert,
I went up to you and I told you I want $200,000 for nothing. And we went through this whole rigmarole and I negotiated it down to like, okay, give me $8,000. I'm tricking you into believing that I went further toward you than you went toward me because, well, here's the deal. You only moved $8,000 this way. I moved $592,000 your way. So I'm giving up a lot more than you here. and deal. Yeah. I won you over. You did. And now I have $8,000 for nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even part of it, I don't know if you've heard this, but it was true that back when Trump was in office the first time, they had come to a deal that Denmark, who hadn't been kicking into NATO, that's one of Trump's biggest things, which has probably been one of his things that if we were in a rational world, everybody who's been crying and tantruming about him should have realized he was 100% right about, and maybe the first person even really kicking dust about forever, that nobody in NATO pays their fair share, and they were supposed to be doing that all along. And he was talking to Denmark saying, hey, your guys' place is getting pretty weak and you're not doing much to cover it and you're just relying on us. You should pay into it. And Denmark had come to an agreement to pay $224 million into it. Guess how much they've paid into it to date?
Oh, what was it, 2 million or something?
It was like $2 million. And then even that they didn't even really put into it. They just like dumped off to some other sort of welfare crap. And all of this stuff, like all of Europe's like just throwing such a tantrum. Like, you guys have just relied on us to be your bully for you when you were supposed to be building yourselves up and paying towards this all along. And now Trump comes in and says, fine, if you're not going to do it, I'm just going to take it. And then, whoa, what a bully. And then he still even wasn't that bully. He wasn't that Hitler. He still just backed off of it and settled for like
that's part of it is like, I'm not even defending tariffs as a concept. They can be very detrimental, but every time Trump like tariffs a nation, what
are their tariffs on us?
No, that's the thing. They're portrayed as this like victim, and he's the bully, and then you find out that they had double that tariff on us, and you're like, oh, okay, I don't feel bad for you. You're a leech.
It's such a weird tantruming thing. You realize that Europe's always been a sniveling little tantruming bitch the whole entire time. And really, on some levels of it, you can see the lotus eaters and other people appreciate it. Part of what he's saying is like, no, you guys build yourselves back up. You make yourselves powerful, make yourselves strong. Work on energy. Don't dump. What is all this Davos WEF stuff Trump went down on him? Like he ripped them apart, and it was maybe a bit over the top asshole-ish, but that's Trump. But on some level, he's telling you like, make yourselves the power again. Stop just assuming and relying on us for all power.
Well, I don't know, if you're a harder worker and a better preparer than your friend, and you have more money, and he like pays $2,000 for like a new Stinger that's normally $60,000, and you pay the rest, and you're paying the bill, and you're paying for the fucking insurance on it, and eventually you say, look, you pay for this or it's mine, because I paid for most of it. Exactly. So how is it not mine? Oh, it's my Stinger because I've been driving it. If I didn't put 90% of the funds into it, you wouldn't have been driving it. So I'm gonna stop putting any funds into it. And I love that, how if Trump does this, we're gonna kick him out of NATO.
Oh no!
NATO, which is 100% funded and run by the U.S. ultimately.
Like, oh no! Don't kick us out. Don't throw us in the briar patch.
It's kind of sad. I mean, it's funny that they flipped this meme around, but at the same time, too, they got all this like cool British imagery, and now she's got to have that shitty purple hair.
I know.
What was the term that Gads had called it? The there's some term for animals that color themselves to indicate that they're poisonous.
Oh, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about though.
Animal color to indicate poison. Oh, I didn't say what the term was. Come on, you stupid thing. Oh, there it is. Aposematism. Yeah, and they say, and then some animals just mimic it to fake being poisonous. And Gadsad says all that sort of coloring and hair coloring is a version of them trying to represent or demonstrate themselves as being poisonous. But now they've rebranded it, and it's the British gal.
It's not the monarch butterfly, because the monarch butterfly is poisonous to certain people, but then there's the yellow version of the monarch butterfly that isn't a monarch. It's a different species, and it isn't poisonous, but it looks almost exactly like one, so predators don't eat it. It's just slightly off color.
Yeah, I mean, it's so goofy. The 36-year-old revolutionary.
Can't work, too busy fighting imaginary fascists. I hate that guy so much. I just, it's second you hear his voice.
Was this based off that dude?
Oh, exactly. He's wearing the same shirt.
Oh, it is the same shirt. It
He's
just
wearing
doesn't
the
look like the
exact
same face. That guy looks older.
Well, they made him look a little shittier, but only a little.
Yeah. He's still some of the Davos stuff. Like, look at this. There's this like little exchange with Gavin Newsom.
What?
This right here. Hold on.
The Treasury Secretary described you as Patrick Bateman meets Sparkle Beach Ken. The White House.
This is real. This isn't AI stuff. This is
Director. Hold on.
That was the U.S. Secretary of Treasury.
I have a couple more, and then you can respond. The White House Communications Director called you Gavin Newscomb, and and an official White House account, a federal government account, described you with I'd say very online sexual slur that people here probably don't want to hear at 8:30 in the morning. And you're in some sense responding in kind, and waving the knee pads around.
Fire with fire.
Do you think?
Man, he looks so dead. I've never.
So here's the fire with fire. Like he's acting all outraged about it.
You're running around distributing knee pads to CEOs, and I think it does.
Handing them out.
And it
Though
does.
I do have a few if you'd like.
And
I don't know.
And honestly, it sounds.
By the way, I'm not.
The decorum. He's so much higher on the decorum.
The new Trump signature series knee pads. Yeah, and they are available online. I told you the last one sold out. And I just want to sort of. It's a serious moment. It actually. But we laugh. Anyway, these are available and in bulk.
Yeah, it's serious. It's a serious moment, dude. Passing out knee pads to CEOs so they can blow President Trump. He's above the fray, though.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He's trying to fight fire with fire, but it's more like he's trying to fight a flamethrower with a match. Because he's got to double down and own it. Because when the guy's like, you're sending out knee pads to CEOs, he's got to be like, yeah. Do you understand what that implies? I'm implying that they're gagging on dick. That's what I'm implying. Like if he really wants to mug Trump, but he just, well, I mean, I'm not handing him out.
Yeah, I'm above the fray. I'm just so upset at this moment of things getting so out of hand, and he's just been acting.
He tries to be all things.
Yeah. Constantly all things. Well, I mean, I have a clip of him. This sort of stuff that comes out of politicians is why I would never be able to be a politician, because you'd have to be able to do this if you were a politician, just like lie this obviously Trump do. Like any politician has to be willing to outright just bald face say something they know isn't True.
Not one person ever in my office has ever used the word Latinx. I'm
So can we
what the
finally
hell?
put that to bed?
Yeah,
We agree?
but where did that even?
No more
I'm
Latinx, everybody.
Well, I just didn't even know where it came from. I'm like, what are people talking about? Impactful this has been on the Latinx community. Latinx community politicians that are banning not assault rifles, but the word Latinx. Nothing I dislike more than the politician that sits there and lies to you. And we all just sit there rolling our eyes going, give me a break.
Oh, shit. Okay. Here's my deal with Gavin Newsom. I think I thought he was much more suave than he is, because the majority of the time when I hear him speak, I'm just listening and I'm not looking. And when you actually look at him, his mannerisms are so exaggerated and almost girly.
Yeah.
Like a theater kid, because you go to a theater and they, like, practically speaking, you have to over exaggerate all of their emotions. If they're being sarcastic, they can't do it in the same format as somebody who's doing like close up single camera shots can do, because a single camera shot guy can just roll his eyes. But I just rolled my eyes, nobody could see it. But if I'm a theater kid, I'm up on a stage where people are like 60 feet away from me at best, and so I gotta be like, when I'm sarcastic, I gotta do this and this and
putting their shoulders into it.
he's a fucking theater kid. Jesus Christ.
This one I think is
Get out of the door. Hang on.
Gavin Moggs. He acts like a Disney Channel original, so Starbase collab. That is true. I think this one is AI.
I call him Gavin Newscom. When you think about it, he's kind of retarded. People.
He really was saying something right here, and Gavin really was cringing on it. But I think somebody put AI voice over.
People say he's gay because of the way he moves. You know, he's always doing his weird little dance when he talks. But I don't care about that. I just think he's incompetent and retarded. They say he likes to watch. Remember, his wife had sex with Harvey Weinstein. Remember that? She said his penis looked like a fish.
That is true. That his wife was a Harvey Weinstein.
You think about it, it was probably a small little fish, like a baby goldfish. Anyway, Gavin was probably sitting on his little cuck chair watching, believe me.
Yeah, that's definitely AI.
Yeah. But the imagery wasn't. He was, whatever was going on right there, Donald was really talking crap on him and he was cringing at it or something. So is this real? No. That's got to be AI. Harvey Weinstein coming in.
I mean, his arm goes through his neck, so yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Harvey did my wife.
What other stuff? Did you see this with Sam Harris? Talking to this guy about this rabbi about immigration, saying, I mean, he just gives this big long buildup of like everybody says that it's a trope that the Jews caused the immigration, and what do you say about
talking about
I'm going to fast forward
this painful history of Elon Musk tweeting that this is just an established fact, right? This is he recirculates the allegations of white supremacists and other nutcases on who he follows on X. And so it's everything from from Elon down to the neo-Nazis who are marching in Charlottesville and chanting "Jews will not replace us." Right, this is the new notion that there are several anti-Semitic conspiracies theories operative now, but I think the most influential one on the right is the Jewish hand in immigration and all of its attendant woes.
We were a voice for immigration throughout the 20th century because of the reason you cited, that when we have a bad experience, we have suffered for closed borders, by closed borders. That's clearly, okay? So we were the, if you want, the arrowhead.
So you invited a bunch of anti-Semites in?
He said we were the arrowhead for open borders.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm like, so now you're so scared of that you're inviting a bunch of anti-Semites in. That's a fucking god awful strategy.
Yeah. These people are like, my sides are in Andrew Torba. My sides are in orbit. Sam goes on a long tirade, and Pearl's like, yeah, that was actually I think everybody's just like laughing their heads off at it. The nose.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So you stopped. Oh man.
That's
Starbase mentioned he actually got it better than me, not a theater kid. He acts like a Disney Channel original. Yeah. He should have been like the dad on iCarly or some stupid shit like that. Or Hannah, I guess iCarly was Nickelodeon. I don't know. I never watched those.
All right. This is going to be getting at something, and I think you're going to know what it is.
It's so bad condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design, some people say is even.
What the fuck? The worst.
Polycule.
Yeah, it's the most like rapey polycule or most rapey sitcom ever.
So if you're in a polycule, like say it's like Tuesday. Where's the mute on this? I can't mute it. Can I?
I don't know.
I don't want the music to keep going, but keep going. But oh gosh dang it. If you're in a polycule, if you're this one, you're this one. Could this one just say it's like a random Tuesday and this one's feeling kind of randy? Do you think he approaches, like he might just approach this one
and put his penis in his vagina? You mean?
Oh wait, that's a
chick.
Oh man, I got fooled, man. I thought it was a dude.
Nah, once you see a bunch of them, it's easy to tell. But
I totally see it.
Well, it's funny because Morgan had a friend that is. I don't think he's married to a woman. I don't think they're in a polycule anymore, but they definitely were for the longest time. They were dating another married couple. Well, his wife was dating another married couple. She briefly had a YouTube channel where she's like explaining it. And like, so husband and wife have a baby and wife is dating this other couple. And they say those two are just as much this kid's parents as we are. They really are. And like Morgan talked to him and he said that. He's like, yeah, they're definitely just as much his parents as we are. And she's like, what do you think about that? And I was like, as soon as they break it off, that's not going to be the case anymore. Like you're going to find out that was never the case. They never actually thought that. Because it's not like they're going to give custody of this other unrelated to them couple of their baby. And surely enough, they broke up because polycules work for sure. And the other couple like expected to be able to like take half custody of the kid, and they're like, no, of course not. Are you insane? And they're like, what the fuck? You said like, well, yeah, but fuck that.
Are they going to have to start paying the alimonies and the child support?
You guys don't get custody of them, but you do have to pay child support because
they do have to pay child support.
No.
Polycule. I mean, that'll probably start happening, won't it?
If it becomes like a legal thing that you can marry more than one person, yeah, probably it'll have to.
Well, so you know the big news one that I was hinting at that I said you'd know what this was prepping for. Do you think I should show it? Do you think I should share it? Should we be the first LDS podcast to share the great big news?
Yeah. Poly money.
Poly money.
Oh, yeah. We got a throuple. We got
3 hearts, 2 proposals, 1 lifetime together.
Yeah, we got Gerardo's husband proposed to their boyfriend, and then Gerardo also proposed to their boyfriend. I don't know. I think it's probably still just Zach and Gerardo who are legally married, and then the third guy is. They wouldn't say this out loud, but there's gonna be a favorite. You're gonna pick a favorite. If I had 3 wives, I would have a favorite. There's no fucking way you wouldn't have a favorite. And it might change day to day if one of them's being a bitch, you know.
If you ask me, I think just from the little bits I've seen of it that Gerardo's not that crazy into it.
I kind of think that too, but I don't think I'm friends with Gerardo on Facebook. His husband went to my ward growing up, so I've been friends with him on Facebook forever. And so I see everything he does, and the stuff that he posts seems to center him and the other guy more. But I don't know. Zach, if you ever watch this, you can talk to me about it. You're not gonna watch it though, so fuck it.
Maybe I get back to him or something.
You're in a weird throuple.
Wouldn't this be an announcement for Mormon Stories?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched enough Mormon Stories to know if Gerardo's still regularly part of it.
I think he's still popping up there here and there, but maybe he isn't. Maybe he's not all the way in anymore. What is that called? Mormon open story, open society. What's the name of their thing?
Yeah, Open Stories Foundation.
I don't know. Maybe they already did announce it. We just haven't been watching enough of them lately. Open Stories Foundation. How long is that going to last?
I don't know. It's like I said. You have 3 wives. There is going to be a hottest one. There has to be a hottest one. Clearly, the hottest of the 3 is this new guy. He looks like he belongs on the cover of a gay romance novel. He's youngest. He's the most attractive. And he's new, you know? So you're going to have a hottest of all 3 of your wives. You're going to also have the one that has the least amount of chick think. You're going to have the one who gives the best head, you know? And if the one that has the most of all these traits is going to be your favorite. And once she realizes she's your favorite, which will be pretty quick, she's going to be like, well, I mean, I'm a human being, so I want him to myself rather than sharing him. And she will sabotage it. But that's what anyone would do. It's not like that's not just a woman thing. It'll happen to them too. There will be a favorite. The non-favorite will feel isolated and ignored and slighted, and it'll cause a rift. One of them will not like the other one and try to convince the third one to. This stuff is just so. If you put this idea in somebody's head, they will immediately populate all of these possibilities. You do not have to be smart to realize this.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I bet you it's not. I don't think it's a good situation for anybody doing a polycule anywhere. I don't think anybody's like, oh, this is going to be great and gonna work great.
I mean, a gay throuple might have a chance to be more successful than a straight throuple because gay dudes get divorced less often than straight dudes. So there's that.
All right. Well, anyway, good luck to the throuple out there.
Congratulations. You guys are so cute, just so you know.
May you throuple along, throuply.
I am supportive.
Here we go with throupling. This is a video I'm pretty sure the algorithm sent me after our discussion last week.
Jar Jar Binks. These men look like Jar Jar Binks. And before you stop me and say, Lexi, that is objectively bullying, everyone knows that Jar Jar Binks is the ugliest thing to ever happen to American pop culture. The irony is that the men that possess this Binksism quality, they're some of our top hotties. I'm talking like God tier sexy. They just also happen to look like Jar Jar Binks. Now, before I show you the men I'm thinking about, I want to tell you what I mean by Binksism. Binksism is when your eyes are just a little too close together and just a little too high on your face. And again, I know that sounds mean, but when I show you the men I'm talking about, you're going to be like, I literally have a poster of that guy on my wall. I've been obsessed with him since I was 15. Like, what? You love this. I promise you love these Binks men. Okay, let's get started. Did I lie? Your fave. Your fave.
Yeah,
No, I like
see
him
it.
too. This man looks like Jar Jar Binks. I know you see it. I know you see it. Jar
Yeah.
Jar. Austin, y'all. I would not say this about someone who was not considered literally gorgeous. Austin Butler is objectively gorgeous. He just also, at the same time, is identical to Jar Jar Binks. Number 2, you probably knew this one was coming. Now, he might not be your current fave. Okay. I don't even necessarily know what he looks like right now. I think the last time I saw him was Adele Dazeem, but he was your mom's fave. Like, he was
John
important to your
Travolta
mother.
does look
That's
like
a
Jar Jar
promise.
Binks.
And yet, actually, simultaneously, as you can see, he looks like Jar Jar Binks. I'll do it again. Like,
Do you think that
here's
maybe
JJB, and
so do you think it's maybe just a comparison of like just the stark contrast between what we're used to in Hollywood in the last 15 years of being fetal alcohol syndrome eyes too far apart? When we look at somebody with a normal distribution of eyes, like it looks way
close
too
together.
close.
here's JT. Hot guy, Danny Zuko. Everybody cared. Everybody was on it. He meant something to literally everybody. And yet he just happens to look identical to like the definition of an upsetting looking character. I don't know how it works. I don't know enough about beauty to tell you why it works on these men and why it doesn't work on this beast. But that is just simply how the cookie happened to have crumbled at this time. And last but not least, Jar Jar. I feel like I might get a little bit of pushback on this one. It's, I guess, maybe a little bit more subtle, but
I watched The Running Man knowing that it would be bad, and it was bad.
if you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. That's Jar Jar Binks. Like, I don't want to hear that you can't imagine him saying "Piusa." I know you hear it. I know you hear it. One more time for good measure. We've got Jar Jar. We've got Glenn Glenn. Twins. I'm sorry if this offended.
She's right.
It's funny. It's like the rat boy.
Yeah, the rat boy phenomenon of chicks all like the rat boys. I'm running out of stuff.
You can all agree on that, everybody. 2025, not cool to be racist. Yeah, it's kind of tacky to say racist shit at this point. You can't say racist stuff. Here's the thing, and this goes for anybody. Doesn't matter who you are, what you look like. Sometimes you'll think of something racist, you'll be like, shit, that's a good point, though. That is a valid point. But we're not saying the racist things. I figured out a little loophole. So you're not allowed to say racist things. You are allowed to say that things lack diversity, right? That's totally like you're allowed to say, you know, there's a real lack of diversity in people walking around outside with speakers at full volume. There's just a real lack of diversity there. If you catch my drift.
There's a real lack of diversity.
I don't know what race you guys are thinking of right now. That's not my problem, though. That's not my problem. It's your problem because you're racist.
That general issue drives me crazy. It does.
It is weird that the things that are acceptable in terms of race stuff that you're allowed to say, like in America during the last election, the people, the Democrats, they kept saying this all the time. They kept saying, because they were talking about voter ID laws, and they kept saying, black people, we can't have voter ID laws because black people don't know where to get ID. I'm like, that's fucking racist. That is legitimately racist. What do you mean black people don't know where to get ID? And they're like, yeah, you can just say that. That's totally acceptable. You can say black people don't know where to get ID. But then when I say they don't know where to get headphones, I'm the bad guy. I don't. Not cool.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, the racisms. I don't got much else except for more clips of people being nutty in Minnesota, which a lot of it this last week was the nuts going and harassing random people who aren't even ICE, but they assumed or guessed or put stuff on ICE, or somebody just had like an American flag hoodie on, or some people who kind of looked like ICE who were just eating dinner and stuff like that. And that stuff's getting out of control. More WEF stuff. Candace Owens says that Dave Rubin tried to groom one of his assistants. He had an assistant, and she said he and his husband tried to talk him into being gay.
Did it work?
It did. It didn't. I don't think it did.
What kind of person do you have to be as an adult to be talked into being gay?
Maybe a gay one, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like when we were talking earlier about, like, have you ever, like, wondered if you were straight? Because I remember the first time a friend said that. He's like, yeah, I mean, I'm a straight guy. I mean, I think I am. I was like, what do you mean you think you are? I don't know. I've just never. He was mostly joking, but then he like tripled down after I pushed back on it. He was acting like I was homophobic because he was Mormon originally, and then so being pro-gay was new to him, and he had to pretend that he was being, I don't know, more open-minded than me. I was like, I don't care if you're gay. I don't understand how you wouldn't know that. Does the thought of gagging on a ball bag, does that entice you? Ew, no. You're not gay.
I would think it would be pretty obvious to yourself.
Like if a dude bent over in front of you and spread his ass cheeks, would you like go, ugh? Or would you laugh? Or would you just be like, yummy? Because it's really easy. It's real fucking simple. At least I thought so. I don't know. Maybe I'm gay. Maybe that's what that means. I've never taken a dick in the butt, so I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work the same way that it does for guys seeing when they're straight and you see some curvy body or glistening cleavage in this bikini or something like that. Maybe gayness doesn't work the exact same, but I would think that it would work the exact same. Like maybe they don't like see some male body and just go, "Oh, I gotta have that." Maybe it's.
I would believe it for women. I don't believe it for men. At all.
No, I know women don't necessarily think like that, or they can get to that point, but it's got to be like they only think that way for like the top percentile of bodies.
Sure, yeah.
And
That's another.
then the rest of them, they don't like look down on these. It's just kind of like a blank for them, and then
That's another chick thing. Chick think thing creeping into the male sphere is a couple years ago when the whole dad bod thing came out, and there's a bunch of guys saying like women actually like dad bods more. Like, you really think that a woman prefers your muffin top to Chris Hemsworth washboard abs? Like you think she finds that preference? Like if she could choose, personality's totally the same, money's totally the same, all of it completely the same, but you have washboard abs or a muffin top. You think she would choose the muffin? Shut the fuck up. You don't think that. That's chick think.
But the place, and that they're probably thinking in their minds where it's true, is like, which body do you like better, Conan O'Brien or Andy, his sidekick, whatever his sidekick is?
Oh, yeah.
And in their brains, they're like, yeah, sixes, but like maybe the dad bod means that he's less self-centered.
Yeah, if you go between Conan O'Brien and Andy, yeah, I'd say maybe a dad bod might be preferable to a woman over that because.
Yeah, Conan doesn't have like the whoa body, but
Conan's not fat, but he's built like a 6'5" 12-year-old.
Yeah,
you know?
But like I don't think they're like maybe guys would say, even though guys are definitely like if she's still above a 5, she's still hot. But yeah, they'd probably like choose like maybe a more slim 8 over like a 6, but they'd go for both of them. You know what I mean?
Charles doesn't believe me. Charles says he doesn't believe me. That I seem to really enjoy talking about a man showing you the brown eye. I'm actually talking myself through this. I'm starting to question. I'm starting to really understand what those people who say, I don't know if I'm straight.
Well, here's
I understand what they're saying. Like, I seriously get it because I'm like, fuck, do I really like sucking on large, awesome tits? Do I really like
we learned from
making out with a woman?
We learned from that Netflix show that with drugs and stuff. What was that show? The one about the stalker, baby reindeer. You can go through a second puberty and turn yourself gay through drugs and rape. Just a little bit of drugs and a little bit of rape, and it dead seriously says he went through second puberty because of being drugged and raped.
Like metaphorically?
No. No,
like
I'm saying dead seriously said he went through his second puberty after he got drugged and raped.
Like he physiologically went through another
A
puberty.
second puberty that made him that he came out gay on the other end of it.
See, but I feel like what they're trying to do is like a reasonable person would think he's saying metaphorically, but they're like, I don't know, did he grow more hair? Did his dick get bigger or something? Like did his balls drop more?
I wouldn't say that it was like be literally. He said it was like I felt like my body went through some kind of second puberty that made me realize my real attraction for.
Yeah, puberty's a real physical phenomena. It's not phenomena. It's
your body
biological
changes.
process. And so
Yeah,
whatever.
so dead seriously says that, and that gets into the whole queer theory thing where we talk about all these people who say this born this way stuff, and like, you guys don't even know the general push of the people on the left-hand side of stuff who will scream you out of the world and stab you in the face if you don't agree with them on every little thing. That they basically think that your sexuality is movable, but it can only move in one direction, obviously.
I felt like I grew my hair out again. It was like, but you're bald. It's like, yeah, but I felt like it.
Did you listen to any of the stuff of Milo talking about how he ungayed himself?
Not really.
He ungayed himself by burning his leg and who knows what, and that's how he beat it.
I'm trying to think of how much
how much
vomit
burning it would take for you to not
yeah. Like if how much vomit aversion therapy would I have to go through before I'm like, okay, I won't fuck a chick again? And then how much more it would take for me to be like, yeah, actually, a dude's ass sounds enticing.
Yeah, you need drugs, and you need to get a little rape. You need to get raped a bit. You need some drugs, and then you need to get like a burning leg, like a burning sensation.
It sounds like you need to physically alter your brain, which people forget is an organ of your body. Like it's actually the only. You know, your brain is the only organ not at all affected by evolution.
Yeah, that's the only place it never.
It's the only one. It affects everything else.
The human brain is the only thing that has no evolutionary.
There's nothing nothing about evolution determines IQ. That's all.
The brain just like got up above it. Like the brain just said, "Whoa!" The human brain. That's like when we became humans. Is when the brain said, "I'm getting outside of this evolutionary pressure stuff."
I'm suddenly human. I will never become any better, nor any worse, nor lateral movements. I am just human. All of the other organs will, by the way. Like any civilization that did not have alcohol, once they're introduced to it, it will fuck them up because their liver did not know how to deal with it. But me, I have the same IQ as people who came off a different branch 60,000 years ago.
Homophobic, men or women? Men? Okay. Are there any straight single guys here? Yeah? Okay. Can I ask you a hypothetical question? Say you're on a date with a woman, things are going really well, you're into her. She's showing you photos on her phone, and then accidentally shows you a photo of her making out with another woman. Would you be able to get over that and go on a second date?
Yes.
The tolerance. The open-mindedness. This does not sound homophobic at all.
It's Britishization.
The enthusiasm in that yes? That was not a reluctant yes. I'll tell you that. That was an enthusiastic, open-minded, accepting yes. All right, ladies, say you're on a date with a guy. And you're going through photos, okay? And one of his boys just keeps popping up. Are you as open-minded as he is when they are making out?
I mean, he's right. I've had this discussion with Morgan. She's like, it would bother you if, like, you came home and I was making out with someone, right? I was like, well, is it a dude or a chick? She's like, does that matter? I was like, well, absolutely. Of course it does. And I think it's because of how sexist I am. I just don't take lesbian relationships seriously.
Well, she can't please you the way I please you.
Yeah, you're like, okay, lady. like, oh, I was making it. I mean, if she was fat and ugly, I'd be angry, but like a different kind of angry than if you were making out with a dude. If you're making out with a dude, I would be devastated, and I would seriously consider leaving you. But like, if you're making out with a fat ugly chick, I'd be like, oh my god, you wasted. Oh, you had an opportunity. You can pull so much better than that. She's a 2, all right. You could pull a 9 or a 10, easy. Make out with a 9 or a 10 next time, and then as long as you show me the video, and it's maybe I'm just sexist and I just don't take women as seriously or something. A woman making out with a woman, I'm like, they're not like.
Have you ever heard or seen of like a guy? Because I've seen in my life dudes who get super jealous of a girl with another girl.
Maybe I would.
They think they're getting too close, or they heard that she had some past relationship and they get real upset about it.
Well, I don't know. Morgan had a couple of gay friends in high school that had a crush on her. Even one of them like reached out to her after we were married, and like
that's kind of disrespectful.
Oh, it was very, very shitty of her. And she was like, she wasn't hot. She looked like she looked like Tig Notaro, you know. And so, and Morgan was like, aren't you jealous? I was like, well, not really. She's like, why not? And I was like, well, because you're not gonna do it. I'm not worried that you're gonna like. She's a bitch for trying to break up your marriage because she's like, we had a connection. We need to get together. We had a kid by then. But you terrible, terrible bitch. If it worked,
that doesn't matter with connections, man.
I know we were. It's destiny. I'm an atheist.
Connection wants. Yeah.
It's those silly religious people, but destiny. This is destiny. We are
destiny in the tarot card. The tarot card. Just set your destiny. That's how it goes.
I guess I should. Maybe I'm probably being naive. There's a pretty good chance that if Morgan actually made out with a chick, even a hot chick, it would end up that I would react differently than I think that I would react because I would probably get jealous. And part of that is because I don't think that I don't think women can make out. I know that women can't make out with another person in the same way that a guy can. Because if you had asked me when I was 15, like the hottest girl in your school, you can make out with her. Are you gonna marry her after that? Like, are you gonna stay together and marry her? I'd be like, well, I probably not. I don't know. Like, if it works, maybe. But yeah, I'll make out with her. But if you ask Morgan, hottest guy in your school, you can make out with him. She probably would have been like, well, no. Like, she would have only done it if she already had this like massive connection with him. So maybe it should bother me if she did make out with a hot chick. That probably means she already has some crazy connection with the hot chick.
Yeah, it's a different thing with dudes. Like, even if you're some celebrity and you have real deal celebrity status, not just like something they're attracted to or something. But I've had those days in my high school days where I was the teeny bopper, I was the senior king of my high school, right? So the girls all voted for me. There was a time frame where they were kind of nutty for me, and I definitely had the situation a few times where there was this girl that I knew that she was unknowing of me. She didn't know me. She just knew of me and had a major crush on me. And some gal said, this girl's got like a crush on you. And I started talking to her, and very, very quickly, I could tell that the gal was just done. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what I did. Like maybe who knows what at the time frame, maybe just find out I'm Mormon or something like that. But it's like some little thing could just, they could have been knowingly beforehand, they were some major crusher on you. And then very, very quickly, they could just realize like, nope. And that would never happen with a dude. Like if a dude was like,
oh, you're right. I am also being naive in my whole hypothetical where I'm 15 and I'm like, you want to make out with the super hot cheerleader? You think you'll get attached to her? I'd probably be like, no, I won't get attached. I just want to make out. But then I know the second like I make out with the hot chick, I'm gonna be like, I want you to have my
You
baby.
get attached, or just even if like you're around her and like really quickly you start noticing that she's a terrible person or thinks terrible things or says terrible things or is really annoying, you're just like, I'll let that one go, I'll let that one go, I'll let that one go. And you're just probably like letting a bunch of them go until it's got to get pretty bad or go for a while that you put up with it. Whereas I've definitely been in a situation where I could tell like a girl who I knew had a crush on me for a while realized very quickly there was something else that just wasn't, she didn't like about me. She was just done. Just boop, turn it off. She's not into it anymore. And I can think of off the top of my head 3 or 4 times that happened kind of specifically because somebody had been telling me this girl was crushing on me. So I went on dates with her or hung out with her to give her a chance. And I could tell very fast after like the first day, she was like, nope, not going to work. You know, and I don't know what it was. So, and there's no way that you'd be crushing on some girl that long, and then you got a chance with her, and on the very first date, you're just like, you have to kind of get some maturity behind you to be that way, you know.
Yeah. Well, fucking fuck.
Yeah,
oh yeah, I'm not supposed to say that anymore. Oh no, that's Jacob Fry's word.
Farting.
Freaking heck, man! I'm gonna start saying Mormon swears. Because everybody else is taking all the good ones. It'll come back around by the time I'm like 50 or something. Fuck will be cool again.
Man, I'll pull these videos for the next time, but I had one here, but it's just kind of some Mexicans talking about Renee Good and or some other people, and one of these Mexicans just like, geez, dude, like it's not that serious. The guy's probably just like, chill, girl, I'll just be back over the border next week. Jeez, you know, like type of thing. Like it's not that deep, it's not that hard. But then some people saw some video, I think it might have been iHypocrite or somebody, of guys who'd been deported because people can film themselves now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there are guys who are already deported making TikToks, and they're just there in their new country or whatever. They're just like, everything's okay. I want to miss McDonald's, me. You know, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're like off in some gulag or something like that. They're just back in their new country. It's like, oh, me, no Walmart. Oh, they're probably in Walmart.
I hear they're putting fathers in concentration camps that are separate from their 5-year-old kids' concentration camps, though. And they were both American citizens, born and raised in America. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah. I should find that video because the guy literally just says, hey, everything okay. Just no McDonald's. And that's like all he said. And that was like his TikTok after getting deported, you know.
I mean, if that's the only thing you miss about America, then you're probably living high on life right now.
Well, most places have McDonald's pretty close. Anyway.
Most places have McDonald's, but also you guys have street vendors. Like, yeah. I miss the street vendors in Brazil. Oh, we weren't supposed to buy anything from him, but obviously I did anyway because they were delicious. Their churros, the churros were so good, and their kebabs. Holy fuck! They just had these beef spits, these little shish kebabs, and they always had a chicken heart at the end. Oh man, I love those.
Did you guys have the corn? People going around with the corn?
No, we didn't have the Mexican corn. That's Mexican, man. That's your racism is showing. You just thought because it's a brown country that it had brown stuff.
Damn it!
But we have it at the county fair all the time. Anytime you go to the fair, there's some mamita making the Mexican corn, and it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
What is it? Just like mayonnaise and paprika? That's what it looks like. Because I got some corn on the cob.
Yeah.
If that's all it is, that's what I'm gonna make that tomorrow.
They put cheese on it too, like cheese on the mayonnaise.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. There's something a little bit. It's just that crema stuff. It's a little bit different than mayonnaise.
Mm.
But anyway, I think it's about time to go. I got to get walking to Papa. So.
All right. Well, I gotta go see if Morgan is surviving baby. So there's that.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Sweet.
Mayo and tahine, says Starbase. That's right. Chote cheese. Yeah, well, that's specific. He knows the stuff. Lime juice. That's the real deal right there.
I'll figure it out. Say it with me. Mahalo.
Later.